Is the MJ Morning Show here on a Monday. What is this, last day of January, right?
Yep.
Jan 31. One more day. Tomorrow, Feb 1. A lot of crap today, including this whole Tom Brady situation. So I probably need a little more time than the time that we have allotted for the very opening of the show. So probably want to push the bulk of our Tom Brady chat and speculation to the next chunk OMJ in just a few minutes because, you know, we open the show.
What's there to say? He's done, right?
No. Well, listen.
What are you talking about? It's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, they are, but then they walked it back. It's kind of a complicated mess. Then there's this.
Did he put an LOL at the end of his retirement speech? A JK?
No. Tom Brady himself hasn't said diddly squat himself. So nothing has come out of Tom Brady that he's retiring or not retiring, but this was like walked back. You had a bunch of, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but just, Froggy, I will explain everything as I know it. Listen, I'm not a ESPN broadcaster here, but it wasn't too tough to put the story together over the weekend. But you actually had, ESPN, you had a whole bunch of, ESPN, CBS Sports, you had the NFL Network, you had various websites.
It's Adam Schefter who got the whole thing going, the reporter from ESPN.
From ESPN. Mm-hmm. So they reported that Tom Brady was retiring, and this broke like Saturday afternoon, that Brady was retiring.
You had Channel 8 in the middle of the Gasparilla parade.
Yeah.
Break the news.
Yeah, that's my theory. Whoever leaked this is the Gasparilla Grinch. Because they wanted to ruin the entire day, or at least half the day, for everybody out there partying and having a good time.
It was announced in the middle of the parade?
Yeah.
They stopped the parade and said, everyone go home. Tom Brady's...
Attention, please. Go home. No, they had Jennifer Lee, the banker and the new meteorologist. Uh-huh. And he's like, oh, we have really sad breaking news today, right now. Tom Brady's retiring. Oh, look, here's the crew of hairy armpits. And then they went right,
I love that crew.
Yeah, they went right back to the parade.
Yeah. So the news broke on Saturday afternoon. Then it got walked back. Yeah, the headlines were not so fast as Tom Brady. But then there are contract issues which have developed. So hold on to that thought.
Interesting.
Yeah, we don't know officially. I have an observation regarding something that Tom Brady did recently in the last couple of weeks. So I've got questions about timing. We just need a little more time than the opening chunk here. So we'll do it just after 6:15. So just a few minutes away. But I think you really want to hear how we're going to lay this out for the early listeners in just a few minutes. So stand by for that. We'll dissect a little bit, and I got a couple of questions. There are also a bunch of tweets. There are statements. There are releases from Brady's manager. There's the tweet that went out from Tom Brady's company, which that kind of said it, but then they quickly erased that. They retracted it. They deleted the tweet from the official TB12 Twitter account. All right, like I said, we just need a little more time, and we will take that time in just a few minutes. So the next chunk of MJ here on the MJ Morning Show, Q105. All right, a lot of stuff today. Froggy.
I'm announcing my retirement today, by the way.
Are you?
Just kidding. LOL. What a punk. Good morning.
Well, this sort of leads me into something that I want to bring up this morning with you.
Me?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Nah, you did something.
I did something?
You know what? It's sort of like what you didn't do.
I do all the things I should be doing.
You didn't do something. Kind of awkward. Kind of strange.
Oh. Kind of awkward?
Yeah, I think it's awkward. Especially since you've been, well, I would say maybe begging. Maybe not begging, but you've made it known that you'd like this to happen. So then I kind of set something up for you, and then you
forgot,
screwed it up, and I just don't want to hear you bitch and moan and whine and this and that and blah.
You're going to have to fill me in.
Oh, trust me.
He doesn't even know what he didn't do.
I'll fill you in.
I really didn't do it.
Yeah, I shall fill you in, so don't worry. Hey, and Roxanne, you're going to put me together on some kind of astrological reading this morning at 7:45. Is that right?
I got you all figured out. It all makes perfect sense now.
Oh, it's all coming back to you, right?
We're going to do the MJ Morning Show horrible scopes at 7:45 with MJ in the horrible scope booth.
I'm excited.
Well, she's going to read your horoscope? We can do horoscopes now?
So you're a little
It's his personal who he is.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
We don't do horoscopes.
Not like what's going to happen today.
Roxanne wanted my birth date, which she knew, my birth time
of birth,
my
location.
place of birth, blah, blah, blah. And Roxanne apparently spent minutes how long did you spend on this, really?
I mean, I can do it in my sleep, so I'm really good at it.
Can we call your
3
mother
minutes.
and find out how far she was dilated when you were born?
No, let's not do that.
Okay, well then it may not be right because she.
Gosh, Fester, a little early.
Yeah, let's not do that.
She needs all the information.
It's early for the dilation jokes.
All right, so
Let's dial
Roxanne
it
apparently at 7:45, Roxanne is going to have me all figured out. Yeah, I can't wait for this. All right, early morons in the news on the way, and let's spend the time in minutes on the whole Tom Brady kind of debacle, the way this is unfolded. A lot of money on the line here, lots of questions. So we're going to lay things out next. Don't move. In minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. On Q105, and it is time. This is the MJ Morning Show NFL Super Bowl report. All right, first of all, before we get into Brady, we have the... Oh, I can't say Super Bowl. Okay, I say Super Bowl. Super Bowl. All right. Well, you know, the NFL gets touchy when you say Super. Well, really,
those are their words.
When you give it away, when you give, like, tickets away, if you're not, like, an official NFL sponsor, you can't say, hey, we're giving away Super Bowl tickets. Keep listening for the Super Bowl tickets. Yeah. So if you're not like an official sponsor, the NFL gets all bent out of shape. And I think over the years we had a couple of C&Ds, right? A couple of cease and desist.
Did you really?
Yeah, across the street when we were doing the MJ Morning Show on 93, yeah. Yeah, I think we had a couple of clampdowns. So the Super Bowl is set. We'll get into Tom Brady here in 10 seconds. But the Super Bowl obviously set, L.A. and Cincinnati. So the L.A. Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that was quite a stunner. I think Mahomes was stunned as the Chiefs lost.
Oh, they did? Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Froggy, am I filling you in on this for the first time?
Yeah, I didn't even know who they played.
Hey, can you put your phone down?
I'm working.
What are you working on?
Well, I'm getting together my 8-bit hitch game show for tomorrow.
Why don't you do that after the show and not like in the middle? I'm watching you just on your phone, and Can you put your phone down during the program? Thank you. Well, don't.
Gosh, I put it down. Are you happy?
Yes, I am. He just threw his phone on the floor.
Oh,
listen, if you want to chuck,
it's like class in here.
If you want to chuck your own phone on the floor, that's fine.
Why did I do that?
You're not hurting me.
That was so stupid.
It really was dumb.
Let me show MJ. I'll slam my own phone on the floor.
Screen.
Exactly.
Forget there's no carpet in here.
You're a dope sometimes, man.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable. All right, so Super Bowl 56 in L.A., and this is the second time. I don't know if it's ever happened where you had back-to-back years where the host city has their home team in the Super Bowl.
Well,
because last year it was Tampa Bay Buccaneers right here in Tampa because we have the Super Bowl we were hosting, and now it's the L.A. Rams in their home stadium in Los Angeles.
I'm glad you asked if it's ever happened before.
Yeah, I don't know if it has.
No.
The answer is no.
Right.
Because last year was the first year that a home team had a Super Bowl in their stadium.
I thought we determined that it had happened prior somewhere.
It wasn't in their stadium. I think the Raiders went to a Super Bowl in the Rose Bowl.
It was in their city.
It was in their city or
but
something like that.
But not in their home building.
It wasn't in their stadium. So the Buccaneers were the first ones to win Super Bowl on their home field.
Okay. All right.
Were the Rams the one with the coach who's 27?
He's 29 now, but yeah.
So unreal. Guy's really good.
McVay.
Is he that young? I don't think he's that young.
This is the first Super Bowl.
How old is McVay? He used to be with the Bucks, of course.
He needs to come coach the Bucks.
This is the first Super Bowl where both head coaches are under the age of 40.
Really?
Yeah, he's Sean McVay is 36.
Yeah,
Jeez.
36.
And the Bengals coach is 28.
Wow. Really?
He just got out of ITT Tech. I mean, he just got his degree.
Just got his online degree from University of Phoenix.
Yeah.
I
don't even know who the coach's name is of the Bengals.
Well, good for them.
All right, on to the Tom Brady mess. For the early crowd, we'll get into this in even more detail probably in a couple of hours. But Saturday, the news broke online, ESPN. Then I think CBS Sports, NFL Network, they reported that sources were saying that Tom Brady was going to retire. And what's his face? Adam Schefter from ESPN. Did he actually lead the whole thing?
Yes, based on a conversation with the Bucks GM, he heard something out of the Bucks camp. In other words, not from Tom Brady.
Wait a sec. That's a pretty big statement to make. Are you saying that Adam Schefter had a conversation with the Bucks GM and that's where he heard that Brady was going to retire?
Tom Brady. Okay. Let me get back to you on that.
Yeah,
stall a little bit longer.
Well, hold on, because you just said that Adam Schefter had a conversation with the Bucs GM.
There are a lot of things. There are a lot of moving parts in this.
I know.
You start at the top of your timeline, and because I think that's a little bit later in the story.
All right. Well, that was after the fact. So apparently the Bucs GM. Well, I'll get into that in a second. Did you just jump the gun a little bit there?
I jumped the gun.
Okay.
So go back to your timeline.
Hold on. With erroneous information?
It's okay.
All right. Hang on. I got this. All right. So ESPN, you had CBS Sports, NFL Network, saying that Brady was going to retire. This whole thing, it hit like in the middle of the parade. I had people texting me. I had people that actually have things to do with the Bucs organization that texted me, hey, you hear Tom Brady's retiring. So my phone kind of blew up. Now, after the story broke, apparently Tom Brady then calls the Bucs general manager, who is Jason Light, and said that no decision was made about his retirement. Then you had Tom Brady's father, Tom Sr., who said that his son was not retiring and that some website started a rumor on Friday, and it's total conjecture. No decision has been made, and anyone who says that a decision was made is absolutely wrong. That's like a quote from Tom Brady's father, Tom Brady Sr.
Oh, my goodness.
Then we had, but this is what added to a lot of the confusion, is the Tom Brady website, TB12. The official Tom Brady website puts out a tweet from @TB12 Sports with a verified blue check Twitter hash mark or Twitter blue check. They put out a statement on TB12 Sports on Twitter: 7 Super Bowl rings, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 league MVP awards, 22 incredible seasons. Thank you for it all, at Tom Brady. I mean, that sure as hell looks like a swan song as you go down some of the accomplishments in the big sports resume of Tom Brady.
It sounds like finality, but still could just be congratulating him on what he's done so far.
Yeah, but
it's not that great, really, if you think about it. 22 years and he's only got 7 Super Bowl rings.
Right.
Seriously, that's a long time.
All right, Froggy.
He should have like 15.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you ought to have 20 to 21. We'll
22 years is so long.
We'll give him 1 year off. So, but the thing is, with the Tom Brady company, the TB12 Sports Twitter account, they deleted that. So as the story was coming out, they post this Twitter message, which certainly looked like a swan song resume. They then delete that tweet. So they take it back. Then you have a guy by the name of Don Yee, who is Tom Brady's agent. Don Yee, not to be confused with Don Ho.
Much different.
He puts out a statement that says, I understand the advanced speculation about Tom's future. Without getting into the accuracy or inaccuracy of what's being reported, Tom will be the only person to express his plans with complete accuracy. He knows the realities of the football business and planning calendar as well as anybody, so that should be soon from Don Yee, Tom Brady's agent.
P.S. Tiny bubbles. Oh, Don Yee.
All right, well, here are the dates, logistics. Tom Brady's contract goes through next season.
Right.
Tom Brady signed a 2-year deal. And then he signed an extension. So the original 2-year contract with the Buccaneers before the start of the 2020 season that he would then extend, so 2-year deal, then he would sign a 1-year extension, and that was through the 2022 season. But then there were 3 voided years for the salary cap. But then you get into the signing bonus money. So there was some deferred money. So according to Sport Track, this is important right here. According to Sport Track, $15 million of Tom Brady's $20 million signing bonus was deferred to February 4th. In 5 days. So $15 million of the $20 million. So he got $5 million, but $15 million is to be paid after February 4th. So if Brady retires, the Bucks, they say in Sport Track, the Bucks could get back up to $16 million of the signing bonus. But if Brady decides to continue to the 2022 season, then that's where things change. So what he has to do, he can't make an announcement of retirement before February 4th. All right? Now, Sport Track says that the entire salary is guaranteed on February 16th, but voided if he decides to retire. So apparently, that's a schnitload of money if he waits somewhere. The dates being reported are February 4th and then February 16th. So somewhere in that zone, if he does not make a decision to retire, that he's going to have another $15 million coming his way. I would think that he would wait a couple of days to officially retire so he could get $15 million. Now, granted, Tom Brady's got a low lot of money. Does $15 million make a huge difference in his life? Probably not, but still, $15 million
Nice.
is a lot of money. Yes,
His wife
Fez.
has 500.
Hold on. So he gets the money on the 4th, but it's not guaranteed to the 16th.
Something to that effect.
So he can't announce retirement until after the 16th.
Well, the numbers we're hearing are February 4th, February 16th, and $15 million.
That's not cool. Why would he do that to the Bucks?
Those are the numbers that we're hearing.
You know what we have to add into all this timeline, that when they first found out about it, then you have all the Bucks players on Saturday afternoon tweeting him congratulations and thanks. So they added to the rumor mill. The NFL even tweeted a graphic from like the official NFL account saying congratulations.
Right. But the players, they were responding to the news.
Yes.
So they didn't know whether Tom was retiring. They probably heard it from the rumor mill and the early reports just like everybody else did. But, I've got some other questions. For instance, Tom just launched that clothing line. So do you think his partners would be happy that he retires right as the clothing line was just announced a couple of weeks ago? Wouldn't you want to have Tom Brady with one full season under his belt, or even announce this is my last season? That would boost the Tom Brady clothing line. So he launches the clothing line and then he retires. That, to me, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, there are a lot of questions, but that's where the Tom Brady matter stands as of now. Will he? Won't he? When will we hear from Tom? We still haven't heard from Tom. We haven't heard that. That adds to the mystique, is that we haven't heard from him himself officially one way or the other. I'm not retiring, or it's like dead silence. So does that add some credence, Clearwater Revival, to the fact that he needs to wait until this window of dates, February 4th, February 16th, whatever the actual dates are, to collect $15 million? So that's where the TB12 Tom Brady situation stands as we know it. All right, hold on to that thought, because we'll get into it later on. And there's a little more. We got some audio we'll jam in. There's a little more coming up on the Tom Brady retirement mystery here on the MJ Morning Show. But first, we'll get to... Show on Q105, 638, early morons in the news. Let's dive right in. No time to waste. Now, Roxanne, is this your favorite moron today?
Yes.
The skillet?
I love a culinary theme.
The
one.
skillet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, the skillet.
Those things are heavy.
So I say skillet, and then I play this classic cartoon sound effect from the Hanna-Barbera cartoon sound effects library. What do you think that connotates? What do you think this denotes?
Just by virtue of playing the bonk.
Skillet. Skillet. Hey, skillet.
Would it be an assault or would it be a battery?
Well, it'd be well, I guess it could be both.
I mean, did somebody get hit by a skillet?
That would be a very good guess.
I mean, that's the bonk is the international sound effect for getting hit by a skillet.
And you could kill someone with it, so it could be a deadly weapon.
It could
I'm
be.
pretty sure it doesn't sound like that when you split somebody's head open with a skillet.
Sounds just like this. If you grab like a cast iron skillet and you whack someone over the head with it,
Oof.
it makes that noise.
Listen, most sound effects don't sound like the actual item.
You're right.
Like gunshots.
Gunshots, cockadoodle-doos,
Well, that's a whole
motorcycles.
That's a whole deal.
Cockadoodle-doos.
No, that's a whole deal. Like when you watch TV and movies, the sound effects are all enhanced.
Of course.
Like, in a movie, if some like hitman uses a silencer, it goes boom, boom. It has that little. It does.
And that awesome ricochet sound. Like from the old westerns.
At a Thornhurst, Pennsylvania, guy was arrested after being accused of beating another person with a metal skillet.
That's
Why?
the kitchen appliance to use.
Well, I wouldn't call it a kitchen appliance, Froggy. I would call it more of a kitchen tool. Yeah, an appliance would be, I think, an electrical device or some type of mechanical device.
I think it's an appliance.
Nah, I'm not calling. Professor, let's get a ruling on this, please.
I go with tool.
Yeah, I think I'm correct.
What you are? Yeah. Me too, I agree.
Professor goes with tool.
How'd this turn around on me? You're the idiot that said tool.
All right, so why did a guy get hit over the head with a skillet?
Was it hot?
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, just you hold out of your pants over there, Roxanne, because I'm about to fill you in on the rest of the details here. So police say the 27-year-old guy was frying potatoes in hot oil when the other dude refused to eat the potatoes. So skillet frying man was making potatoes in a hot oil-filled skillet. So some kind of a fried potato. So the 27-year-old guy that was frying the potatoes in the hot oil offered them to a 32-year-old guy who turns out to be the skillet victim. 32-year-old says, no, I don't want your fried potatoes from the skillet. 27-year-old skillet frying man, he gets angry. The 32-year-old man declined his potatoes. So what do you do if you're frying potatoes in a skillet and you offer them to someone and they decline? Well, of course, you take that skillet, you throw the hot oil and the contents into the guy's face, and then you whack him over the head with the skillet.
You really should. If someone's going to all that trouble to make those, you should at least try them.
So
Have some manners.
it's a courtesy thing. It's like when you're over a friend's house and you're not supposed to decline what they offer you, even though it looks disgusting and gross and it smells bad and looks like mom might have dropped like beard hair in the food while she was cooking it.
Mom's beard's looking good.
Mom's beard hair. So the victim got hit, listen to this, got hit over the head with a skillet, but first had the hot oil thrown in his face with zero warning whatsoever. Now, police said that he went on to crack the guy over the head. So can you imagine? First, you're hit in the face with hot fried oil and potatoes.
Hot oil and delicious potatoes.
All right. And then you get whacked over the head with the skillet. Oof. And it wasn't any normal old whacking.
Oh, I didn't think it was between these two guys.
This is not a normal whacking. Let me tell you about this whacking. The guy got hit over the head so hard with the skillet, the handle broke off the skillet.
See, my skillet, the handles were like a part of the skillet.
Yeah, I mean, I have a skillet where you can see the bolt where they're connected.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The guy got hit so hard over the head, the skillet handle snapped off like a little twig.
One time I bought a skillet from the dollar store. and the handle broke mid-use.
The victim was taken to the hospital. He was treated for burns and a significant head injury. Oh, you think?
Probably has to get some sutures.
So burns and a head injury. Anyway, the guy cooking the potatoes, according to police in Thornhurst, Pennsylvania, faces several charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
If you think about it, a frying pan, a skillet really is the perfect weapon to hit a head with.
Yes.
A human head, because it's like shaped just like it. It's better than a bat, actually.
More surface area.
Yeah.
You're more likely to hit your target. It's not far off, Rox. You're absolutely right. Did you know, MJ,
What?
that there is a Christian rock band named Skillet?
I did not. My friends and I in high school, my best friends were Doug and Mike and Kyle, and we used to call each other Skillet.
What a bunch of dorks.
Okay.
Yo, what's up, Skillet?
We had all kinds of names for each other. There was always a name. It was
Like Chief?
It's like, what up? I think we had some Chief going on.
How insensitive.
What up, Skillet? Hey, Skillet. That was just the name, Skillet.
Homeboy turned into Home Skillet for a while.
That's right.
And then that turned into just Skillet.
You're right. So maybe that's where we got it from, but we used to call each other Skillet. So tell me more about this Christian rock band, Skillet.
Well, when you said somebody got hit by a skillet, I put Skillet hit in Google.
Oh, so it came up as Skillet and a hit song from Skillet?
It's a pretty cool looking band.
Do you have
Maybe
some?
we can open up for Skrizzle.
Can I hear some Skillet? So this is Skillet?
Skillet. Oh, hey, she's hot. Christian rock band.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any good.
But not bad.
So this is Skillet, the Christian rock band.
Let the girls sing. I love Jesus. Jesus is my God.
Okay, that's not.
Jesus is my Lord.
All right, that is song number 18 on their album.
Hang a minute. Do they play that on Joy? Do we know?
Yes, yes.
Christian rock rocks.
What was
Skillet's pretty good.
What was the band when I was like a young DJ, nighttime DJ? There was a Christian. Was it Striper?
Yeah, Striper's still around.
Striper.
Striper's local, aren't they?
I don't know, but what was Striper's big hit? We played it because
Jesus is my Lord.
Striper's Christian rock band hit crossed over to regular like top 40 back in like 1987 or 1988. They had a mainstream big hit, but what the heck was that called?
So an American Christian metal band from Orange County, California.
Yeah.
Maybe not local.
Yeah,
Froggy.
maybe not local.
Why did I
Froggy,
think they were
exactly.
local?
I don't know.
Didn't that one kid on Beavis and Butthead always wear a Striper shirt?
No,
Their neighbor?
was it in a Metallica shirt?
I think it was.
No, their neighbor.
I think it was.
Iron
I think it was AC/DC.
I don't know. The neighbor, I don't know.
Oh, that was Beavis and Butthead. So,
I gotta look it up now.
Oh, yeah. So I was trying to Google and I typed in Christian striper, but I accidentally typed stripper.
Well, what came up?
Probably that
Christian strippers.
Probably that preacher in. Remember the female preacher in Ohio that walked away from her church and became like a porn star?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Nice.
We're on OnlyFans or something? Or?
Yeah, I think that was part of it. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's the Skillet story. All right, next.
Oh, he wore a Winger shirt.
Winger.
Winger.
Big
Winger.
difference between
Sorry.
Striper and Winger.
Not much.
God, what was that Striper song?
Was it To Hell with the Devil?
It was not.
Okay. No More Hell to Pay?
Nope.
Fallen?
Nope.
Jesus is my savior.
honestly.
GD Evil?
I don't need.
Honestly.
That's the name of the song?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a whole sentence. Like, honestly, I could give a crap about this band, but I didn't know what you're doing.
Moving on with the morons in the news. A lot of snow. Like Julian had snow up in Connecticut at his boarding school. Chloe, they had 11 inches of snow. Did you see the picture of Chloe in the snow? I put it up on my Instagram. Chloe sent me a picture with one of her soccer teammates at UNH, and it had like hundreds of views, and it was like quick. Whenever I put Chloe up there, Chloe's pictures get a whole lot, even like Chloe's little video where
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. But if you want to see Chloe in the snow in New Hampshire, yesterday, just go to my Instagram account is Certified Todd Schnitt. That's Certified TODD SCHNITT. It's the last item of Chloe in the snow. So while you're there, give me a follow.
Or was Roxanne being like sarcastic when you said, "I wonder why that Chloe's."
That was sarcasm.
I
Okay,
detected
was about
a
to
little
say,
sarcasm.
I don't click any pictures of dudes on social media.
I do.
I don't. No, I
Well-
watch 6 dudes do a video. I'll pass right by them.
All right, so you'll click on Chloe, though, right?
I watch Chloe.
Right.
I watch Chloe tell that lame joke about your butt 18 times.
Yeah. If you haven't seen that, that's also up there. So check it out. All right, here's the deal. Snow, trying to get rid of the snow. This is a public service. If you're in the snow, do not attempt to do this. Homeowner nearly burns the home down by using a flamethrower to melt snow.
It's pretty smart, actually.
Oh, really?
I mean, you would think maybe get one of those boring
Fireball.
flamethrowers and
Well,
just take care of
you know,
that.
Oh, the Elon Musk boring company flamethrowers?
I've got a couple of friends with flamethrowers, and granted, we're not in a snow state.
No, we're not. It felt like it a little bit over the weekend, but so here's the deal. Seymour, Connecticut. The Seymour Fire Department put out a fire on Walnut Street on Saturday. This was Saturday night, caused by the homeowner attempting to melt snow with a flamethrower.
That's thinking outside the box.
At 5:37 p.m., the Seymour, Connecticut Fire Department was dispatched to a reported structure fire. They arrived. They quickly discovered the cause, a flamethrower. Yeah, the homeowner attempted to melt the snow from this weekend's nor'easter with a flamethrower, accidentally set the siding of the home on fire. Flames were also found in an exterior wall. So the flamethrower was on it long enough or close to it, it lit the inside of the wall on fire.
Don't do it that close to your house.
Yeah, the fire department quickly knocked down the flames before they were able to enter the house. And as imaginable, I'm giving you a quote.
Oh.
As imaginable, we do not recommend the use of flamethrowers or any similar device as an attempt to melt ice. Yeah, according to the firehouse, they posted this on their Facebook page.
Okay, that's some really bad advice.
The fire marshal is currently investigating, and there's an image of the burnt side. They had to rip the siding off. You see, like, the wooden studs inside the wall because they had to rip it all apart because the home was on fire.
Was the snow melted?
But they did melt the snow in
They
the ice,
did
apparently.
accomplish
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, mission accomplished.
And remember that Alicia Keys song?
Oh,
This home is on fire! Yeah, all right, so there you have it.
Why don't you just heat up the bulldozer, the scoop on the bulldozer, heat that up so when the snow hits it, it just like turns in the water instantly. I have a new invention. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be so rich. Heated bulldozers.
Heated bulldozer. Hey, well, good news, folks. I have another chunk of early morons coming up. Oh, a furry update as well. Remember the furry story?
Yes.
We got a furry
We need that.
update. Yeah. All right, hold on. Back in seconds on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. welcome, folks. Monday morning here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, before I finish up with the early chunk of the Morons, and there's just a lot of stuff today. Weekends usually bring us a ton. Can I just take a quick little detour for a second? I'm a little confused. So, Roxanne, are you telling me every 4 to 5 years you give up a food that you like?
Yes.
Is that what you emailed me last night?
I did. Mm-hmm.
That's very odd.
What? Why?
No, you have to because your body changes. So then you can't process, like, you know that, oh, if I'm going to eat this much sugar, I'm going to gain 5 pounds because my metabolism slows down.
But how do you set every 4 to 5 years? All right, here's the deal. Roxanne sent me an email last night with, just some links. Fester sends me an email. Roxanne sends me an email. Coop sends me an email every day of just interesting items that they found out and about. Froggy sends me.
I send you all kinds of
Froggy
emails
sends
and
me.
texts.
You send me jack. You send me nothing. I get
That's a lie.
It's not a lie. I get a daily email, a nightly email from Roxanne, who usually Roxanne sends 2 or 3. Fester, I get 1. Coop, I get a nice. I get a long email from Coop, with just ideas for
Good
the
for
show.
Coop.
You send nothing.
I did my time in sending you links for years and years. I'm like Tom Brady. I retired from Lincoln. No more copying links from me. I am retired. Just kidding. I'm back. I'll send you links tonight.
You're not even eating sausage links, are you?
Just kidding. I retire again.
Yeah. Did you ever play with Lincoln Logs as a kid?
Of course. I had a friend named Lincoln. I like Lincoln Park. I mean, my friend Lincoln was a dork, though.
What state is the land of Lincoln?
Confusion? What?
No, what state is the land of Lincoln?
Gettysburg.
No.
It's not far off.
It's not a state.
That's a good answer,
So
actually.
Thank you.
Do you even know what state Gettysburg is in?
Of course.
What?
Philadelphia.
No. What state is Gettysburg in?
Wyoming? I don't know.
Come on,
I know where it's in. I'm just messing with you.
What state is Gettysburg in?
I'm just messing with you. I can't break down the fifth wall of the show and let people know I'm actually smart.
All right, tell me what state
is it?
What state is it in?
Guys, California. Okay, I'm not stupid.
You have no idea.
What state is Gettysburg?
Stop! Leave me alone. My headphones are broken now, man.
What, are you going to accuse me of bullying you?
Stop bullying. Yeah, for real. Me too.
Yeah, stop dumb shaming Froggy.
Yeah. Hashtag me dumb. Wait.
You have no idea. You have no idea where Gettysburg
You were
is?
close.
I know where it is. I'm just messing with you
All right,
guys because that's part of the show. I'm just messing.
Put your phone down. Don't look it
But
up.
I'm getting a call.
No, you're not. You're not. Put your
It's
phone
a
down.
customer.
Put your phone down.
It's in Pennsylvania.
You just looked it up.
I said Philadelphia.
You did.
Somebody send you a text?
No, I just looked it
No,
up.
he just looked at it.
Okay, all right.
He just Googled it on his phone.
I said Philadelphia. I thought that was pretty close.
So land of Lincoln, Fester, is what?
He doesn't even know.
I know.
What is it?
It's Illinois.
Yeah, it is. It's on a license plate.
Except he wasn't born in Illinois.
He was born in Kentucky, right?
He was.
Yeah, look at
see,
that.
I thought Land of Lincoln was Nebraska. I'm glad I wasn't guessing.
No, land of
Yeah,
Lincoln.
so did I.
Illinois, but Lincoln was born in Kentucky. Yeah. So, Roxanne,
Let's move, Mary Todd.
had we... Oh, this all came from the links that you guys send me.
Yeah.
Yes.
At Lincoln Logs.
Did you call him Mary Todd?
Yeah, Mary Todd.
Mary Todd Lincoln? You called me Mary Todd Lincoln.
That's what I'm going to call you from now on.
Oh, Mary. Oh, that's
Mary
it?
Todd.
I'm
yes.
Mary Todd from now on. So Roxanne sends me the email last night, and included it says, in the email, it reads, "It's a sad day in my culinary world. Every 4 to 5 years, I have to give up some sort of food that I like. For example, 8 years ago, I gave up binge drinking and margaritas.
Does that count as food?
What, that's food?
And pina coladas.
That's called saving yourself from alcoholism.
All right, 4 years ago, I stopped eating sweets, so I rarely eat desserts." All right, it goes on.
I see you eat sweets in here all the time.
All right, folks.
I just do it to be polite.
All right, hold on to that thought. In our long chunk, in our long chunk of MJ.
That'd be the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know. Rox, I don't understand you half the time. All right, so in our long chunk of MJ coming up later this hour, I'm thinking I read that was just a pump primer right there. Because I'm kind of scratching my head, and I have questions, and I
I
thought
can explain all of this.
I want an explanation, and maybe we should go to phones a little later on and find out if you're in the same boat as Roxanne. So we also have the huge revelation of what she just stopped eating. So Roxanne has just eliminated another food item from her life, banished, gone forever. So we'll get into that after 7:30. So
I've got questions about
Why would you
this.
punish yourself?
I've got a ton of questions. So that's just a little preview item coming up here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, let's dive back into the early morons in the news. And, oh, look what we have here. Oh, yeah. You know, what's a good weekend without a good villager story where some drunk senior citizen smashes into parked cars while drunk?
You know, it was a little cooler this weekend, and a lot of old people hold on to the thought that drinking booze would actually warm you up.
It's not. You know what? I had somebody tell excuse me.
Are you okay?
I had somebody tell me that actually.
yeah, me.
Yeah, Roxanne did a whole segment on it.
No. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did.
So leading into Gasparilla, hold on a minute. Leading into Gasparilla, this came up on the show last week that it's going to be cold on Gasparilla, and don't be sucked into the erroneous advice that drinking alcohol is going to warm you up. And didn't you say that you had science that shows that it could be just the opposite?
It is the opposite.
Okay. Now, I had somebody, our buddy Joe the plumber.
Okay.
Joe told me yesterday that, because he's in the crew of Santiago, and Joe said, we just had a little bit of alcohol to drink, and most of the pilots are swigging something during the parade, and Joe said, a little bit of drink warms you up, and I'm like, you know what, I didn't even like challenge it. And Roxanne did a whole segment on Friday.
Why not?
Yeah.
That was your opportunity to set him straight.
Well, because it was just a quick little phone call regarding the fact that I am the Grand Marshal of the night parade in Ybor coming up on Saturday night, February 12th. I, MJ, Todd Schnitt, the Grand Marshal of the parade. And
So who invited you?
The crew of Santiago
I would like
invited
to say something to the crew of Santiago
me.
right now.
What's that?
Yeah, we would have liked to have been invited as well. I'm just saying. I mean, it's not just. I know it's MJ's show.
I'm inviting all of you
But
guys.
you know what? I don't think I want to go now.
I'm inviting you as my special guest. So,
really?
Yes, that was going to come up on the show in a week or so. I was going to invite all of you.
It sounds like you just
when
pulled
we
that out
already
of your...
have plans?
Hold on.
What?
Are you going to get like a flatbed steps towing truck to fit us all? We're all going to cuddle in the back of a convertible BMW? How's that going to work?
We'll figure it all out. We'll figure it
But
out.
you have to invite us with enough time to get babysitters and stuff like that.
And if Fester's on the back of like a BMW, that thing's going to be scraping and sparking in the back.
Roxanne, this is January 31st. The parade is not until February 12th. It's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing 2 weeks from now.
Going to a parade and
course
getting
she does.
hammered.
So anyway, alcohol when cold does not warm you up. So
I think it's more if you get hammered or drunk or buzzed and you don't think about...
You just feel the cold less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, let me tell the villager drunk dude story.
Yes.
A villager, they call the old people who live in the villages, they call them villagers.
Each community is like the village of this or the village of that.
I love this mugshot. Don't you love mugshots where the person looks clueless, their eyes are glassy, and they're looking like off to the side? So I'm looking at this dude's mugshot. Villager arrested on a drunk driving charge, crashed into a parked SUV. Resident of the 1000 block of Dustin Drive in the village of Silver Lake.
It sounds lovely.
I think they ought to change that to the village of Silver Alert Lake. That's what I'm thinking.
We've got a silver alert in Silver Lake.
You know what I just realized?
Where the hell's Jed?
I haven't had any like silver alerts or blue alerts or I haven't had any alerts. When was the last time you had one come over your phone? I haven't had one.
I haven't had a phone one recently, but I think I have seen them on the interstate up above.
Yeah, but I think my phone used to go off with alerts. Why hasn't it hasn't happened in a while?
I have successfully shut those off of my phone. The Amber Alerts and the
important.
Silver Alerts.
I kept those on. The Amber Alerts, the Silver Alert. I have them on my phone, but I don't think I've seen one in months.
Now that you mention it, no, it's been a while.
Right, so I'm just making sure it's not my phone. So, Festa, when was the last? So you turned yours off.
I turned mine off, and it's been one of the best decisions.
All right, so Roxanne, when was the last time that you had an alert come over your phone?
Probably 4 months ago.
You know what? I could be in the same boat, so I'm curious why that hasn't occurred. Coop, when's the last time you had like an Amber Alert or one of those alerts come over your cell phone?
About that same time, if not longer.
Yeah, that's odd. Ooh, I think I just stumbled on something. Why haven't we had any alerts?
Because the state of Florida has stopped losing old people.
Well, also kids and the Amber Alert deal and everything.
We got the tornado alert.
Oh my gosh!
No, you can't do that. Don't you can't turn it off.
I'm trying.
You can't do that, dude.
I can't.
No.
Is this a joke?
No, you can't do that.
I didn't know.
You can't do that.
That's not even the real one.
No, it doesn't matter. You can't do that.
What if I go like this?
Just stop. Just stop. You can't do that.
I didn't do anything.
No, you did. I had to dump it. You can't do that.
Can I give out Fesher's number now?
No, don't do that.
Hey, you can't fake an emergency.
No, you can't do that. You can't put.
I didn't know. I was gonna say, hey, mine hasn't worked, and then it was gonna come on.
No, you can't. You can't play that noise. Yeah.
So why is it on YouTube?
You can't do that, dude.
Hold on, you can't play like the Apple Alert, like bam, bam, bam.
I don't know what that is. I think you could probably do something like that.
Yeah, but the emergency broadcast system stuff you can't play.
Yeah. So
idiot.
Yeah.
Stupid.
All right. So a resident of the 1000 block of Dustin Drive in the village of Silver Lake was at home at 8:45 when they heard a loud smash outside their home. So according to an arrest report from the Lady Lake Police Department, the resident saw his silver SUV, which had been parked in the street, had been struck by a red sedan. He heard the driver pushing the gas pedal. So a car smashes into this resident's SUV, and then the driver of the SUV is mashing on the gas pedal while they're smashed into the car, and the engine's going as the red sedan was attempting to flee the scene. But they were like pushing the accelerator and trying to go forward.
That's not going to work. The tires are probably like skidding out or whatever.
The driver was identified as 76-year-old Hippolito Montero.
Hippo.
His name is Hippo. It's Hippolito. Hippolito Montero, who lives at 515 Tarson Boulevard, also in the village of Silver Lake. He admitted to drinking, claimed that he only had 2 beers. What does every cop tell you? Whenever they pull over a drunk driver, they always say, yep, I just had a couple of beers.
2 beers.
Just 2 beers. That's the number one answer when a cop pulls over a guy, 2 beers. And if you pull over a woman for a suspected drunk, it's only a couple of glasses of wine.
That's what didn't a cop call up and say that?
Yeah, but
told us?
that's a known fact. That's a known fact. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
I got to see what Hippo looks like. I got to see what a man named Hippo looks like.
This is Hippo's mugshot
He's
right
864 pounds.
No, he's not. He looks like a thin guy.
Yeah, how is he thin?
I've never heard of the name
He's
Hippo.
ironic.
Hippolito. I've never heard of that name in my life.
Hippolito, hey.
Yeah. So he admitted that he was drinking, only claimed he had 2 beers, seemed confused. He agreed to participate in field sobriety exercises, but couldn't stand without swaying or needing balance. He was asked where he was on a 1 to 10 scale, as far as 1 being completely sober and 10 being drunk off your ass. And he told cops he thought he was an 8.
That's a good
That's honest.
Talk about self-incrimination, man.
Doesn't Hippolito mean little hippo? Like in Spanish? Little Hippolito?
I don't know. Anyway, he was physically only able to provide 1 breath sample.
What? I'm too tired.
He passes out.
The 1 breath sample was a .082.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Froggy, Hippolito oddly means horse freer in Spanish.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hippolito means horse freer?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not horsalito?
Wow.
I don't understand how that means horse freer. But that's pretty
Anyway.
cool.
Man, I'll tell you what, every weekend's good for some drunk folks smashing into cars or golf
Yeah.
carts or golf cart drunk drivers up in the villages. You know, it's favorite hometown, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Friendliest.
Friendliest hometown.
Yes.
What am I thinking?
Sounds like the
Friendliest
shadiest.
hometown. You know those like gondola rides? Now Disney used to have it. Does Disney still have the cable
Sky
car?
Ride.
The Sky Ride. Does Disney still have that, or
I don't think so.
Did they
Let me
dismantle
verify that.
Hold on, Coop knows. Yeah, Coop.
They're like the gondolas in the air, right? Because they do have a new version of that takes you from different parks.
Right, but the old style one on the cables where it was like that bucket that you
Okay.
sat in.
Yeah.
So Busch Gardens has a sky ride.
Right.
Disney does not have a sky ride, but they have a new gondola transportation system,
That sounds horrifying.
which is like a ski lift system. You know those big gondolas you take in mountains?
Yep.
It's like that, but on land.
Right.
I don't understand. Gondolas freak me out.
The
Do
sky-
those things, is there a bar in front of you on those things, MJ? You sit on those
Okay,
things.
but you're talking about ones that have like 2 seats, like how the State Fair has.
Right.
Florida State
So-
Fair has a 2-seater gondola system.
So
But they install that, right, just for the event, right? Or is that up there permanently?
They add the cars just for the event,
Ah.
but the
the
network,
cables.
the cables,
Yeah.
and the
The
armature,
towers.
the towers are there all the time.
I rode that thing. It was pretty fun.
All right, so here's the deal. San Diego Zoo has one of those sky rides. They call it the Skyfari Gondola. People were trapped on there for hours. Over 100 people were on the San Diego Zoo little sky ride. Why? Why were they stuck? 4 guys were arrested for vandalism after they forced the ride to shut down. Why? The 4 men between the ages of 20 and 24 were rocking back and forth in their car. They were They were like rocking it violently back and forth, and it caused the whole thing to shut down.
Do they want to die? What are they doing?
I mean, it's insane.
So this is the same kind of gondola system that Busch Gardens has.
Gotcha. It's that old style. It looks
old
like it's
school.
out of the 50s or 1960s, you know?
You
Yeah.
could fit 4 normal-sized people or
Right.
just me inside one of them.
You know what I used to do with my friends? This is so silly, but I would go with Big Lou, and Big Lou would just sit there, and I would squat down and just like make big loud sounds like that when we go past people. People are like, "Ew." So there's a little trick for the kids.
Yeah, so 4 men were arrested for vandalism by trying to rock the ride violently, but it caused the whole thing
and then
to
it
shut
would
down.
make the other gondolas get
Well, that's what
rocky.
happened. It rocked the whole cable.
Oh, my gosh.
More than 100 passengers were spread out on 28 gondola cars that can fit up to 4 passengers. And the San Diego Fire Department had to respond, and they had to bring all the stuck passengers to the ground by, I guess, ladders. And, I mean, what a mess. Anyway, the 4 men were arrested for vandalism. I guess that's the charge they came up with for trying to rock the gondola ride. And they just two hours. Some people were stuck on there for 2 hours as these boneheads. You know what they say? The male brain is not fully developed until like the mid
26.
Yeah. And so these guys were 20 to 24. Clearly, we did not have brain development there.
I
So
don't like being up that high.
I've been on the Busch Gardens sky ride where you've heard like the recorded PA announcement. Please refrain from erotic motion while on the sky
I don't
ride.
think
Hold
it's
on.
erratic.
Erratic.
Not
erratic.
I
No,
know,
I said
but
erratic.
they don't want
No,
you to
you
have
s-
erotic motion
I
up there
said
either.
erratic.
you said erotic motion.
You said erotic.
No,
You said erotic motion.
that's a different one. It's like, please partake in erotic motions.
By the
while on
way-
Please put your
sky-"
clothes on.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that probably happens
Dude,
during the sky ride from time to time.
I tried to sell that bill of goods to the old lady once.
Oh, no.
Nice.
I don't even, Fester, I don't even want to
Just to get her in
remotely-
the sky ride with you would be a bill of goods. You
I
sold
don't-
her.
Nice. Yeah, for real. This thing is definitely going to fall.
Well, it's made for 4, but Fester, in your case, is it just,
I just won.
do they only allow 1?
I can only sit on one side, so I'm sitting like at a 50-degree angle.
No, you got to stand in the middle.
You know, speaking of that, I have an item where a guy couldn't do something spectacular. He had to pass it off to a friend. And Fester, I apologize. I immediately thought of you in this scenario. So hold on.
I want to know if I can do it.
We'll get to that coming up in just a moment. Rox, you're also going to give me my astrological reading. You think you have me all figured out?
Yeah, don't get mad at me.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
This is going to
Hey,
be good.
How's that for a teaser? Don't get mad at me when Roxanne puts me together. Oh, my God. All right. Then we have the Roxanne food story, which I want to get a little deeper into. And then we have a revelation on what food you've written out of your life.
Yes.
And this just happened.
You're probably very happy about it.
And this just happened over the weekend?
Yep.
All right. Hold on. We got a lot of stuff coming up next. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Let's talk. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 731 here on a Monday, and a lot of ground to cover, including the whole Tom Brady situation. We should go over the latest on Tom Brady, and the Tampa Bay area certainly will be on the balls of their feet, on their, on edge, what other analogies?
Pins and needles.
Balls of their feet.
Pins and needles, yes.
The edge of their seat.
Edge of their seat is good. Rox, do you have one to add?
Waiting with bated breath.
That's a good one.
What does that even mean?
I
You
don't
have
know.
awful bait in your breath? It sounds terrible. How about by the skin of your teeth? Oh, no,
Nah, that wouldn't really work.
that was stupid.
So the
hair of the chinny chin chin.
Yeah, that might
Yes,
work as well.
that works.
No, a lot of people said that, oh, my God, Gasparilla was ruined because the news broke in the middle of the parade.
Yeah.
That Tom Brady was retiring. And, man, this story is just a mess. This story is just a wreck. I mean, seriously, people thought that Gasparilla was absolutely ruined because of the Tom Brady retirement rumor.
Do you have the announcement from Channel 8 up there?
What do we have?
We do. Yeah. If you look on your board, they were talking about it during the parade.
All right, is that which one? What am I looking for?
WFLA.
Oh, Brady News?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So this was during the parade.
The parade.
Yeah.
And Channel 8 does a great job doing the parade every year.
Yeah.
And I think it's Jennifer Lee and the new meteorologist, who I don't know his name yet.
Jeff Baradelli?
Is that his name? The new chief meteorologist?
Well, he's not new. He was the Bay News 9 for years.
Yeah,
and
he's a new one.
Then he went away and came back.
Okay. Again.
To replace Steve Jervy, right?
I don't know the guy's name, but the new meteorologist.
All right. So this is from Channel 8 during the parade. Listen.
Jennifer Lee alongside Jeff Baradelli, our brand new chief meteorologist at News Channel 8. Jeff, I got to tell you, we have some breaking news.
I can't believe it. I'm floored.
Breaking news. NBC News is reporting that Tom Brady, NBC Sports is reporting that Tom Brady is going to announce his retirement. That's all I know at this point. Smarter people than me are feeding this information to me in my ear. But it's a huge development today.
I'm hearing hearts drop right now.
Thank goodness there's a
because of
parade
that.
today to keep our spirits high, but that is going to be a tremendous development.
But he has made things so exciting over the past couple of years in the Tampa Bay area.
It's been inspiring.
We've had some great seasons.
So NBC Sports, again, reporting that Tom Brady is going to announce his retirement from the NFL.
He's had an amazing career.
All right, so that was Channel 8 during the parade. Now, what time was that? Do you know about what time that
Probably
was?
3 o'clock or so, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe a little earlier. Yeah, close
Is
to
the
it.
parade 2 to 4?
Yeah, the parade started like at 2, so I don't know what time they announced that.
The news breaks, and then quickly, within a couple of hours, then the stories start coming out. No, not so fast. Tom Brady, nothing official has come out. This is, really a crazy, nutty timeline of what occurred here. And are we going to have to wait until after the 4th, or maybe even as late as the 16th?
I think so.
For a guy like Tom Brady, who I don't happen to know at all.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. He and I.
That's breaking news.
Listen.
Fester doesn't really know Tom Brady at all. Breaking news on the MJ Morning Show.
Thanks for being transparent.
I'd like to squash any rumors of us being close because we're not. But I would think that Tom Brady takes great pride and effort into controlling his own little narrative. And this whole thing's gotten away from him.
It has. So the speculation is that somebody inside of his organization, somebody inside his realm, told Adam Schefter at ESPN, here's what happened. Saturday, as everyone knows, news broke online, ESPN, that would be Adam Schefter, CBS News, NFL Network, then NBC Sports jumped on it, reported that they had sources that were saying that Tom Brady was going to retire. And then just after the story broke, allegedly Tom Brady called Jason Light, who is the Bucs GM, and said, nope, no decision has been made about my retirement. Then Tom Brady's daddy, Tom Sr., jumps into the fray. And then Tom Sr. says, My son's not retiring.
Yeah, Dad's great. He's a little bit of a loose cannon, and Tom lets him go.
And
That's awesome.
Tom Brady's father says, and that website that started that rumor. So there might have been a drop. There was a little hint on Friday. So some website on Friday had some kind of little blurb. And we're not talking about a major website, some kind of sports blog or they had some kind of blurb on Friday that Tom Brady was going to retire. So Tom Sr., Tom Brady's daddy, he says he's not retiring. That website, total conjecture. No decision's been made. And anybody that says that Tom Brady has retired is absolutely wrong.
Jeez.
So that was Tom Brady's father, Tom Sr., that was getting into the action. So Adam Schefter is now doubling down. Adam Schefter is saying that I stand by my reporting that Tom Brady is retiring, despite everyone denying it. Tom Brady's father, the agent. So Schefter from ESPN is not backing down from the story that he apparently broke in the wider realm on Saturday that Tom Brady was retiring. And, of course, that would be the biggest story of the year. That's absolutely the biggest story of the year in sports or the NFL, probably, that Tom Brady is retiring.
And what would the Bucs do without him? Will they do?
Well, then we get into the money issue. Then we have to get into the tweet that TB12 Sports put out, which was then quickly erased. And then we have to talk about what Tom Brady's agent said. The money situation is very, very interesting because Tom Brady originally signed a 2-year deal with the Bucs, and that was at the start of the 2020 season. So 2020 season, then you have the 21 season, which we just completed, and then Tom Brady then signed a 1-year extension through the 22 season, which would be coming up. Now, the contract had a no-trade clause and a no franchise or transition tag clause. And then, according to Sport Track, and this is where the money deal with Tom Brady gets very, very interesting. According to Sport Track, $15 million of Tom Brady's $20 million signing bonus was deferred until February 4th of 2022, 5 days from now. So he had a $20 million signing bonus. He got $5 million and then deferred $15 million, which that would become, I guess, fully vested or payable after February 4th, just days from now. And if Brady retired, allegedly prior to February 4th, the Buccaneers would recoup up to $16 million of the signing bonus. But if Brady decided to continue to the 2022 season, so not make an announcement until after February 4th, then apparently he gets all the money. So Sport Track says the salary would be guaranteed on February 18th. So we have February 4th, then we have February 18th for the full guarantee for the full $20 million, of which $15 million is still outstanding.
So the 4th is just the deferment date. It's not his guaranteed date.
I guess the 4th, the bonus was deferred till February 4th, and then Sport Track says that the entire salary would be guaranteed on February 18th. So that's the whole salary, but voided if he decides to retire. So $15 million, if that's what the Bucs would owe him, you're going to wait. If February 4th is really a magical date, even though Tom Brady has money coming out the waz, $15 million is a good chunk of money.
Yeah, he's still a businessman.
Yeah, you're not going to give that up.
Wait, wouldn't it be cool of him to say, hey, listen, guys, I retire, keep the 15 or whatever it is and get it and save it for a new quarterback? Huh? Is that a good idea?
No,
That'd be a way to go out.
I mean, it's his contract. It's his money.
But wouldn't it be better with the organization than with him? Who needs it more? Let's be honest.
You're going to retire from the Beasley Morning Show here. And you're like, you know what, guys? Save my last bonus. Give it to your next morning show guy.
I don't think I've ever gotten a bonus.
That's a good point.
So now we have to wait and see what the truth is. Now, that's according to the Sport Track organization. Now, do we have Tom Brady's contract in front of us?
No.
No.
Oh, speak for yourself. I have it right here.
I'm sure. I'm
right
sure,
here, I have all of it.
I'm sure the Bucs general manager, Jason Light, I'm sure that he has the contract. He probably sleeps with it under his pillow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Tom Brady contract. But then we get to a couple of statements and a tweet. And this is where it gets complicated. Word comes out that Tom Brady was retiring. This comes out on Saturday afternoon, wide. But then we have a couple of posts. We have a Twitter post. Tom Brady's company, TB12 Sports, the official verified blue check account on Twitter, they put out a tweet on Saturday afternoon.
What time?
You know, I don't have the timestamp on it. I have an image. It's a very good question. See if you can find the timestamp. I have an image of the tweet, but the timestamp on the bottom was cut off. See, I saw a screenshot of the tweet online, but the timestamp was not on it. But that's a good question. It's an excellent question. What was the timestamp? See if you can see it. But TB12 Sports on Twitter, Tom's company tweeted out 7 Super Bowl rings, space. 5 Super Bowl MVPs, space. 3 league MVP awards, space. 22 incredible seasons. They did a list. Then it says, thank you for it all, comma, at Tom Brady. That sounds like a swan song from Tom Brady's company. They quickly deleted that. So whoever runs the TB12 Twitter account posted it, and then they deleted it. It went bye-bye. So that would indicate that maybe they jumped the gun as well. So something like that must have been ready. That must have been written and sitting on TweetDeck or somewhere, like in the drafts, at some point when Tom Brady announced his retirement, to actually put that tweet out. So
it was at some point before 3:30 that was tweeted.
And you can't see the actual
same
stamp?
As you, I can't see the stamp.
All right.
328.
So
good guess. We'll go with that.
That is nuts that they had that tweet. So you add that to the rumor of the retirement. It sure seems like they had something ready to go because they knew something. Now, who inside the Tom Brady sphere of influence, who leaked the story?
His junkie brother.
Well, that's what?
He doesn't have like one of those degenerate brothers.
Black sheep.
Kind of like the Jackson Mahomes.
Jack Brady.
He doesn't have some douchebag brother doing TikTok videos on the sideline dance. Say, yeah, you know who my brother is? He's retired. He doesn't have one of those.
I have no idea who Tom Brady's siblings are or are not. I have no clue.
Okay, all right.
But just the timing is odd. That the story comes out.
Yeah.
Then they talk about this great list of achievements from his very own company. Then we have Don Yee. Don Yee is Tom Brady's agent, and Don Yee then puts out a statement. Quote, I understand the advanced speculation about Tom's future without getting into the accuracy or inaccuracy of what's being reported. Tom will be the only person to express his plans with complete accuracy. He knows the realities of the football business and planning calendar as well as anybody, so that should be soon. And that's from Don Yee, who's Tom Brady's agent. Got
another little bit of information about that bonus.
Yep.
Okay, this is from Greg Almond, so he's local here.
Okay.
And Brady, this is according to Greg.
From the Allman Brothers?
Yes.
No, it's not the Almond Brothers. It's the Allman Brothers.
Yes,
Froggy.
you're thinking of almond butter, which is actually really good.
From the almond butter.
Yes, really good. I enjoy it.
By the way, I'm a silent L person. I say almond. Some people say almond and pronounce the L. But
I'm an almond guy.
Yeah, I'm an
I
almond.
say the L.
I'm almond. But for Froggy's joke, it has to be almond, right?
Yes.
You give me an almond butter and nutter sandwich.
Go ahead.
Brady has a deferred bonus of $15 million.
Yep.
He gets February 4th, but he has to pay back $16 million if he retires. So doesn't really gain anything.
Yeah, but I had that. I already had that information.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
the guarantee date's the important
Right.
day.
Yeah.
The 4th is just a day.
Yeah, that was in the Sport Track story that I read. That was in the blurb. All those numbers and figures were there. So, what's the real deal? What's the story?
So mysterious.
Also, I tweeted out myself that, and I don't have the exact tweet in front of me, but I'll just paraphrase, that the timing I thought would be odd for Tom Brady to retire now. They just launched clearly a multi-million-dollar effort with that Tom Brady clothing line. Wouldn't you want to have a complete season under your belt? And even if it's like the final season, Tom Brady's final season, wouldn't you want to have like a massive promotional vehicle to push your new clothing line, which they allegedly worked like, 3 years on this clothing line, and they just announced it a couple of weeks back, and then Tom Brady's going to retire?
3 years?
They worked on the clothing line allegedly for 3 years.
Okay, I've seen a hoodie with the word Brady on it. That didn't take 3 years.
I'd like to point out that I could have come up with Brady's entire line in like 12 minutes.
I mean, what are you talking about?
Okay, so we're going to have a hoodie with Brady, and we're going to have it like in an arch. Can you just change that word font in an arch?
There you go.
All right, done. Print it, roll it. $165 for a hoodie.
Got a clothing line.
So what's the real deal? I guess we have to wait and find out and see how the story shakes out. Would he announce after the 4th, but before the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl's on Sunday, February 13th. Now, of course, in Los Angeles, all the games settled yesterday. We know it's going to be the Bengals and the L.A. Rams, and the Rams are going to play in their home stadium. Second year in a row that the host city's local team is playing in their own house, which is quite amazing. Bucks last year in the Super Bowl here in Tampa Bay, and the L.A. Rams are going to be in the Super Bowl in their home SoFi Field in L.A., which is pretty amazing. So are we going to find out, after the 4th, if it's correct that he has to wait until after the 4th to announce? And then you have that February 18th date. So all this remains to be seen. And, of course, the news channels were all going around and talking to people during Gasparilla or after Gasparilla. What do you think of Tom Brady's retirement? Then the story kind of gets put on hold and walked back later on Saturday night. I don't know if you saw this. What?
Bruce Arians said no, that's not true.
Yeah,
He denied it.
Everybody from the organization's coming out and saying there's been no decision made. Tom hasn't spoken directly for himself. What Tom should do is call his good friend Snoop Dogg, who's part of the halftime show.
Right.
And right at the end of the halftime show, Snoop Dogg should say the announcement. Right there while the whole world's
that's
watching.
good.
Upstage the whole Super Bowl, TB.
Yo, I got an announcement to make.
Is that your Snoop Dogg impression?
TB is out.
That's actually really
That's
good.
good.
That's not bad.
Tom Brady's 80th anniversary.
I was totally kidding. It's terrible.
I love Snoop. It's going to be a good show.
And up in Massachusetts, of course, Tom Brady and the Patriots and Boston and New England. A reporter for some local TV station in Boston is out in the middle of the blizzard up there trying to get reaction from people in the snow about Tom Brady's alleged retirement in Tampa Bay.
One more question for you. Have you heard the news about Tom Brady? Yes. What do you make of all that?
I don't know. Is Gronk next then, I guess?
What about you, Roman? What do you make about the Tom Brady news?
It's not great.
Did you see it coming at all after this past season?
I thought he had a couple more years, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping so, but he's definitely getting up there, getting close to the 45 number. You told me as you were first walking by, where are you guys trying to go right now?
We're trying to find an open Dunkin' Donuts.
Can't find them. No. Yeah, it's tough. It's just a sign of the conditions.
So in a blizzard, the guy's asking these folks about Tom Brady's alleged retirement when the story first broke.
The most amazing part is these guys are walking through a blizzard to find an open Dunkin' Donuts.
Apparently so.
Those guys in Massachusetts love Dunkin' Donuts.
That was Boston TV over the weekend. All right, Coop, now you have also Tom Brady on that podcast a week ago.
Yes, this is the Let's Go podcast.
Right.
6 days ago, the episode was like, what's the future for Tom Brady?
Right.
And he starts talking about his kids and his wife, and I have that audio.
Right, and then I remember we had the quote from this that Giselle doesn't like to see him get hit. on the football
Right.
field. All right, let's hear that. Listen.
And I care about them a lot as well. And, they've been my biggest supporters. My wife is my biggest supporter. It pains her to see me get hit out there. And, she deserves what she needs from me as a husband. And my kids deserve what they need from me as a dad.
Oh. So there you have it. I mean, a lot of little crumbs, and then the TB12 Sports tweet that they put up, then quickly took down. But the fact that it broke early, whether it's true or not, you think it could push him to do one more season if he was planning to retire?
No, I think whatever his decision is, this early announcement didn't sway it.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, the Blizzard audio with the TV reporter with those fans in Boston, that was from the ABC channel, WCVB.
Oh, thanks for clearing that.
Yeah, just want to give them a little audio credit there.
I've always heard, and, again, secondhand because Tom and I are not close. But I've always heard Tom didn't want like a ceremonial last season where they were making a big deal,
tour,
like a big deal about his retirement.
Where do you hear that?
I read it yesterday on The Spun.
He didn't want the Tom tour.
Well, that would then maybe lend some credence that there wouldn't be a big announcement that it's the Tom Brady final season. Just kind of do it. All right, Roxanne. You have me figured out, allegedly?
Oh, I got you pegged.
Is that the story?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 7:52. It's the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. So Roxanne, last week, asked for some details. She knew my birthday was January 24th last Monday. So a week ago was my birthday, Jan 24th. Rox then asked for my time of birth, which I told her was 11:05.
AM or PM?
AM.
11:05 a.m. And then she asked me for my place of birth. And I was born in New Hyde Park, New York on Long Island is where I was born. On a snowy January 24th, 1966 at 11:05 a.m. By the way, it was a blizzard that day up there.
Oh.
Yep, my mom, they had to drive to the hospital in a blizzard, apparently. All right, so Roxanne has all this information, and Roxanne said that she's going to give me a reading. She put the whole thing together. Roxanne says that she has me all figured out, and earlier she said, but don't get angry.
Yeah. Because we just want to, like, often you get an astrological report. It's like rainbows and flowery and glowy, but that's not how human beings are. Human beings are inherently flawed,
So
as you are. So I'm just keeping it like on the realistic tip for
All
you.
right, so you're saying that this is flawed because I'm flawed, and this is going to be a big old, what, MJ bucket of crap? Is that what this is going to be?
Or is it flawed because Roxanne's flawed and this whole thing is...
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
What if I want a flawless diamond?
You got to look for the 3 C's or the 4 C's.
4 C's.
Isn't there like a 5th C that they're touting now?
I don't know.
What about the 7 C's?
Cut, clarity, carat size, and color. Those are the 4
Those are the
C's.
4.
And then cost.
Right. there you go.
Yeah, that's the
about
fact.
that one, the 5th C.
All right. So, Roxanne, go ahead. Put me together.
Okay, should we have some music? Coop, do we have any sort of like
let me see.
music?
Oh, let me guess.
Yeah.
So you've gotten with Coop to get some music, or no? Or you're asking Coop for music legitimately on the fly?
I'm telepathically sending a message to Coop. Coop, do we
It
have
was in my
music?
horoscope this morning to
Yes.
get music ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
so-
All right. Let's see what this is.
Okay. Okay, this will work. This will work. All right, MJ, your sun sign. Do you know what your sun sign is?
No,
Obviously, it's your Aquarius.
Yeah,
Aquarius.
yeah,
We
yeah.
know that.
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, your sun sign is like what your soul is. That's your true self. And I've always known that about you. It's kind of how I've judged you as an
You
Aquarius.
judge me?
Yeah, like I put you together in
Don't
my mind.
judge me.
You're
Don't,
okay.
Don't judge me.
Okay, as an Aquarius, you like to think of yourselves like as a free thinker, out of the box, but everyone else knows that you're a total weirdo. And you're pretty smart and pretty cerebral, but you're wasting your intelligence on weird pursuits like memorizing kitchen appliance serial numbers and things like that. Okay?
That is pretty stupid to do.
Give me the weirdo line again. Let me hear that again. What?
You're a total weirdo.
Why am I a total
because
weirdo?
that's what Aquarians are. They're strange people.
All Aquarians are strange people?
All of them. Yes.
Are you saying everybody born in the month of January almost is a weirdo?
Yes.
No. It
January and February,
yeah,
both.
Oh, January, February?
Yeah, because
Mix.
Aquarius starts like January 20th.
Okay.
Is when
You're
Aquarius starts.
offending quite a
So it's actually not the bulk. The bulk of January happens to be what, Capricorn, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so
Yes.
it's the Jan.
Oh,
Feb.
you know quite a bit, don't you? Okay.
I know the sign that I am, and I know the sign before me. That's it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but there's more to it than just what your sun sign is. You also have
is
to
there
look
more?
at what.
Is there more weirdo stuff coming up?
Yes.
Okay,
so
great.
you have to look at what your moon sign is, and your moon sign is like your private side. It's like how you are around the house,
Right.
maybe in the bedroom. I don't know, but it's your private side. It's like your day-to-day sort of at home.
Are you talking about my bedroom
Okay,
with
listen,
Michelle?
just listen.
Talking about them doing it?
Pisces like to think of themselves as kind and thoughtful, but really what everyone says behind their backs or to their faces is that they're doormats. So with your moon in Pisces,
Oh God!
does that mean you're Michelle's little bitch around the house?
Whoa! What?
Are you?
Am I Michelle's little?
I think that's what this means.
Really?
Yeah. I think she runs the show. I think she runs you over around
That's
the house.
pretty obvious.
Wow.
Let's just call you a little bitch boy.
Hang on a minute. Let me.
MJ, I'm shocked.
That music was very relaxing.
I'm shocked at how amazingly accurate Roxanne was. It's amazing.
Hello?
Hey, are you listening to the show right now, Michelle?
No.
Roxanne, do you want to repeat that for Michelle? Roxanne is reading me. Roxanne is giving me my whole astrological rundown since my birthday was last week, and she asked for my time of birth, the place of birth, blah, blah, blah. And Roxanne just made a statement. Would you like to repeat that?
Yes. Okay. So he has a moon in Pisces, Michelle. And so I was explaining that like Pisces have a tendency to be kind of doormatish. And so then I made the conclusion that actually MJ is your little bitch around the house. Is that true?
No. I don't think so. Do you think so?
I don't know that I would ever listen to the oppressor define what the oppressed is.
Wait a second. I think we have a pretty equal relationship. I think we both kind of wear the pants. I mean, I wear the pants on certain things. Michelle wears the pants on other things.
Oh, that's so kinky. Oh my God.
You guys share a belt?
See, now.
Hillary Clinton wears the pants all the time.
And who wears the ball gag?
Yeah.
That's the biggest question.
Oh my
what?
God.
We don't have a gimp in the basement with a ball gag.
I mean, just at Roxanne's house, Doug does. So
Bring out the gimp.
that's why she's asking.
Man, it's shocking.
Michelle has to unzip her MJ's mouth to talk and give Moron in the news updates, and she zippers it back up.
Great.
That's what I wish.
You're like a couple on Billions.
All right, so with Paul Giamatti and the woman that's the
his
wife.
wife is such a good egg.
She was in what was the motorcycle show?
Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah, Sons of
It's a
Anarchy.
motorcycle show.
Yeah.
The show about motorcycles,
thank you.
yes.
The
American
motorcycle-
Chopper? I don't know.
No, Sons of Anarchy.
Orange County?
All right, you almost done with this,
I have
Roxanne?
two more. Just two more.
All right, two
Oh,
more.
okay.
So I don't know if we agree that I'm Michelle's bitch around the house.
Well, you keep telling yourself that.
As you put it. Okay. All
Who's a bitch?
All right, Michelle, hang on with us. Let's get the last two. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mercury in Capricorn, this is how your Mercury is how you communicate.
Right.
So Capricorns are like successful, business-minded, blah, 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 but really social climbing, status-seeking snobs. And I can talk all the crap I want about Capricorns because I own one. And you think you're in charge, but you're not really.
You own a Capricorn?
Doug.
Well, hold on. What does that mean? I think I'm in charge, but I'm not?
No, Capricorns think they're in charge. They want to be in charge.
All right, so how does this relate to me?
This is how you communicate like you're in charge, like you're the leader.
He is the leader. It's
I
the MJ
know,
Morning Show.
I know.
Then you said that I communicate that way, but I'm really not? Is that what you said?
No. I just said you think you're in charge.
Okay, am I in charge?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
I think he's in charge. Yeah, there's a hierarchy here. Yeah, I get it.
Okay. And finally, your Aries is how you present, your rising sign is how you present yourself to the world. And you have a rising sign in Aries. So Aries, think of like, Aries is a ram. So they ram into things and it's like, take charge. Think of all
By the way, an Aries was a hideous Chrysler car, which Fester actually owned.
Okay, so the Chrysler was the Chrysler Reliant.
Aries
But
K.
It was the Dodge Aries.
Dodge Aries K or something
And
like that?
Mine was the color mauve.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, that car was the most hideous vehicle ever built.
That was the first car we ever destroyed on the MJ Morning Show. We dropped it on a piano.
It was. We dropped Fester's Aries K or you had the Chrysler version, right?
I had the Dodge Aries.
Dodge Aries. And the Chrysler version was what?
The Reliant.
Yeah, the Reliant.
The Reliant.
That was one of the most ugly cars ever designed.
Lee Iacocca saved Chrysler and Dodge with that vehicle.
All right,
You
so
shut your mouth.
I'm sorry to veer. Sorry to swerve. I'm sorry to swerve off course there with the Dodge
that's a
products,
perfect
yeah.
example because Aries, like they flit from thing to thing and veer off, and think of all the IMP words like important, impulsive,
impish,
just imp in general.
How about
yes,
impotent?
Yeah.
Impotent, yes.
And the big one for you, impatient. When is the new studio going to be done? Okay, hurry up. So
Important.
yeah, we did that one.
Impotent. That was the only two I could think of.
Impossible.
Imperial.
Imperial. There you go. And that's it. That's my reading.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was something.
Wow. You want to? Do you want to leave the show and do it professionally, maybe? Or
That was pretty good. That was in depth.
you want to open up a little storefront with a little crystal ball in the window?
Madame Roxanne.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Implication. Impractical.
Impassioned. Implausible.
Implausible.
Impressed with my report.
Improportionate? Is that a word? Improbable? Now I'm just looking up imp words.
Impoverished.
Michelle, do you have any final words on this?
You are impatient.
Yeah, I am impatient. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I'm totally impatient. All right, sweetie, I might call you later for something.
Sweet.
Control that impulse and don't.
Oh, you get laser burn face again today? Is that true?
Yeah, but not the real serious one.
So you don't get the one where it looks like you've been in a 4-alarm fire?
Oh my God! Look at Michelle's face.
No.
All right, so what are you getting?
The sunburny one.
You're getting the sunburning one.
Sounds awesome.
I'll tell you what, Michelle's face and skin, she looks like she's 24 and my bride all over again. Yep.
Something you want?
Yeah. No, there's nothing I want. I'm just telling you that
Yeah,
your
okay.
face looks fantastic with all these treatments where it looks like you're. Well, listen, she gets these laser treatments and everything, and for like 2 days, it looks like she tripped and fell into a campfire.
Right.
But then it heals up,
looks
and it's like it's
beautiful.
amazing. And then her skin is like she's in her 20s again. So,
All good.
all right, so you're going later today, right?
Yeah.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, impacted.
Impacted.
Impacted, yes. MJ's quite impacted.
I had a cousin once that had an impacted bowel.
Oh, yeah. That's no joke. That's no joke. That's the only definition I can think of for impact.
Apparently, it was like concrete in there,
Yeah.
and they had to go to the hospital, and he was about to explode.
Yeah, that's not good.
So,
They make a stick for that.
they make a what?
A long stick.
Oh, I don't want to
They
hear.
don't.
I don't want to hear about the long stick. All right, so Festa, bring up that song. We missed it, folks. I'm sorry. The show was not on the air yesterday. The MJ Morning Show was not on Sunday. Do you know what yesterday was?
What was it?
Yesterday was, and this was January 30th. Yesterday was Yodel for Your Neighbor's Day. And I don't typically like these days, you know, oh, it's this day, it's that day. Oh, it's National Hot Dog Day. Oh, it's National Ride a Bike Day. I'm not into all those things. And in fact, Roxanne, early on, you tried to peddle that garbage on me, and I kind of shut you down quickly, didn't I?
Oh, you shut me down. And today is, by the way, I want to let you know, National Tequila Day.
What?
No, it's not really Tequila Day.
All right.
You're making up days?
But yesterday, I don't even know if it was an official national day, but yesterday was Yodel for Your Neighbor's Day. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because of The Price is Right. And can you imagine taking this recording and putting this on a loop and like blaring this at a neighbor that you hate? Remember the story out in L.A.? It's like two like Malibu, like one billionaire and another like multi-million. Two neighbors were arguing, and the billionaire neighbor, wasn't he accused of like setting up a recording device to blare music at his neighbor?
At
like,
all hours?
Well, he'd be on vacation or he'd be like in one of his other homes around the world, and he'd have a timing device that would blare music at the neighbor that he hates at like 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
It was the Gilligan's Island theme song.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Just sit right back and you'll hear it.
That's right.
That's right.
Nothing will beat Joey B's story when he used to leave for work at 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and he hated his neighbor so much that he would get his boom box and put it in his closet on the top shelf
Well, what
and
happened
blast
was
Slayer
Joe,
all morning.
Working a morning show, we go to bed fairly early, and he had some neighbor who was like 300 pounds doing jazzercise at like midnight.
Exactly. And he was in an apartment complex on Southwest Shore.
Yeah.
What's that complex?
The Cove.
The Cove, right next to Livingston Furniture,
Right.
and the Circle K is right there.
The home of many radio
and
persons.
it was very convenient for Joey B because it was also right next to the Green Iguana, South Tampa. So
just walk.
I would drop him off, and he'd walk himself home.
No DUIs because he would be walking home blitzed from the Green Iguana because he lived right next door. So this neighbor, she was he described her as a pretty heavy woman that was doing like exercising to jazzerciser and was like shaking his whole apartment, and he's trying to sleep, but she would do it like at 11 o'clock at night.
I mean, good for her for making healthy choices.
Right, of course, but Joey B's trying to, sleep because he's got to get up at 2 or 3 a.m. to come produce the MJ Morning Show, and this woman is like trampling through it. He said it sounded like she was coming through the wall. I remember Joey B talking about it. And what he did to retaliate, he put like speakers right against the wall.
I guess it had to put him in the top shelf of his closet so it was close to the ceiling.
Right underneath her floor.
Well, was she? No, she was next door. She wasn't upstairs. She was next door.
Well, then he put it like right.
Yeah.
I remember him putting on the shelves in his closet.
He put the speakers. It might have been in the closet, but he put the speakers against the wall and then would turn it up and put like a Slayer or a Metallica CD on, and then he'd put the repeat button. You know the little arrows that go in a circle?
So it just goes all morning.
He'd put the repeat on and just blare the thing.
And then go to work.
Just leave.
And then come to the MJ Morning Show.
Toss a lock and go home. Come to work.
Same strategy.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up is with National Yodel at Your Neighbor Day, I think it would have been great to do The Price is Right. But you know what else? That is a very recognizable sound. That's the Price is Right mountain climber game where the little, Swiss mountain climbers, climbing up the hill, and, you can't overestimate the price of the item or else the guy's going to go right over the cliff and... Oh.
Do they still play that game?
Dude, that is one of the most popular games.
Yeah, but is it still that song, or is it like updated out, like with a beat and stuff?
Oh, Roxanne Wilder! Yeah! Come on down! Dominic Fester Siciliano! Come on down!
Make sure you go down the reinforced steps, please.
Sir, the handicap steps are to the left.
Coop, the producer, come on down! And finally, Froggy, come on down! Yay! You're the first 4 contestants on The Price is Right.
You don't drop Froggy's government name?
Yeah, for real.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Chadwick Seaver.
Michael Froggy Kuzmano.
Vargas.
Come on down. You're the first 4 contestants on The Price is Right.
Oh, this is fun. And who are you, Bob?
I'm Bob Barker. I want to be Bob. I don't want to be Drew Carey.
Yeah. Tired of Drew.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up is the yodel noise is absolutely classic. So yesterday was National Yodel for Your Neighbor Day, and I stumbled across a long time ago on YouTube the actual Swiss mountain music album is on YouTube.
They got that from?
That Price is Right thing actually came from like a 1950s or 1960s album, an actual like record album, vinyl, and it's called Swiss Mountain Music.
It's awesome.
Featuring hi-fi Alp horns, bells, and yodeling.
Really?
And listen to this, guys. This is the actual track from the album. Listen. You can't even hear something. So this is where the Price is Right yodeling music actually came from.
You should have left this part in.
So I'm going to fast forward. All right, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, it's about to come up. Listen. Look at that!
Oh, wow.
That's the actual album track that this came from.
I mean, it sounds kind of close.
kind of close. It's it exactly. It's the exact stuff.
It's different. The one you have is different.
Well, it's been changed so it doesn't sound as old-timey, but it's the same tune.
This person here, I think, just put a video camera microphone to a speaker, whereas we have the one, our recording, and the one The Price is Right got was like recorded directly, not like through a microphone on a camera, is what it is. That's,
All right, I have a
that's the
question.
difference, yeah.
In yodeling.
Yes.
With the yodi doody and all that stuff.
The yodi doody, yes, yodi doody.
Are they actually speaking Swiss, or are they making just sounds with their
I have no
mouths?
yodi doody doody.
Is it something they're doing with their tongue? It's like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
a good question.
Is that actual Swiss language? I don't know. I'm asking honestly. Is that Swiss? Or just make like like that, just making stupid sounds.
I don't think yodi doody do. I don't know if that is like in the Swiss language. I don't know if those are actual words. I don't know.
Our words are yodel's words is the question.
I don't want to offend Swiss people by being Swiss insensitive. Because I don't. Last thing I want to get canceled for is offending the Swiss. However, are those really words? Is he actually saying something into yodel, or is he just like moaning into a mic?
I don't know. So why don't you go find someone Swiss and ask them?
All right.
All right. Is there anyone Swiss that's listening?
An expert on yodeling.
Is anybody that is from Switzerland listening? Because in Switzerland they speak English and French and German and Austrian, right? They speak a bunch of things, but there's no actual Swiss language. They speak, right? There's just a whole bunch of languages that they speak.
I think you're right about that.
Or they just sit around and yodel. I don't know.
Make cake rolls and army knives.
All right, Froggy, I gotta talk to you for a minute here.
Great.
Cheese.
I don't want you to get angry at me. I got to have you pledge right now that you're not getting angry and you're not going to lash out.
What do you want me to do? Pledge the allegiance?
No, I want you to just pledge that.
I pledge allegiance. I mean, okay,
No,
fine.
I'm going to talk to you about something serious, and I don't want you to lash out at me.
Is this going to annoy me?
I don't know.
It might.
Possibly.
Oh, you know about it, Fester?
I mean, no, I don't. But the way he's setting it up, he's asking you to take an oath of not blowing up.
I need to address something with Froggy. Oh, I think Coop is getting calls. Coop's getting yodel calls.
It's the Swiss line.
Hold on. Coop, can you tell me quickly, does anyone know if Fester wants to know if yodi doody do is that like German, Austrian? Because it's not Swiss. Or
What if they're saying like, I want to grind with you, baby, or something like that?
What if it's really, really offensive Swiss stuff?
Hang on. Coop, what do you have?
Closest we could get is German.
All right, hang on a
And
minute.
he says he knows something.
All right, hang on a minute. What's his name?
Steven in
All right,
Clearwater.
Steven's in Clearwater. Hey, Steven, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, hey there. Just wanted to say Austria, Switzerland, and Germany, all their main language, they speak German.
Right.
And so, as you said, MJ, Swiss don't have a Swiss language. They all speak German.
Yep.
And the yodeling is not any type of language. It's just some specialty and like an art that they sing in that way.
So it's like nonsense gibberish, right?
That is not a language.
So it's nonsense gibberish.
Yes. It's like Yoko Ono stuff.
Right. So, sir, it's like nonsense gibberish, correct?
Yeah, exactly. It's not actually a language. It's kind of an art that they do like way up in the mountains, and it echoes all the way down into the valley, and it's a beautiful sound.
And there we go. Thank you. Look, Fester, your question's been answered.
I mean, I would love.
Thank you, Steven. Appreciate the call.
I would love to start a second career as a yodel writer. All right, guys, I wrote this awesome yodel. It goes yodi dodi dodo.
There's a great movie that Jack Black's in called The Yodel King or something, I think.
No,
It's
the
a-
Polka King.
Polka King.
Polka King.
All right,
It's really good.
Froggy, now back to you.
Oh, God.
Steven, thanks for the call.
This isn't my morning.
And we love it when MJ Morning Show listeners phone in if you have something to add to the show, if you have any information, you have a hot tip or gossip, anything that you'd like to contribute, you can always call us at 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047, and that's the same number if you want to text us as well. You can send a text in.
And the Jack Black movie, The Polka King, is about Jan Lewan, and it's an awesome movie with a great Ponzi scheme.
Yes, Rob.
MJ, you just mentioned the text line getting hit up. I'm a little bit inundated right now with requests for astrology
hold on a minute.
reports.
Hold on.
Mispronounce inundated?
You're inundated or you're inundated?
Tomato, tomato.
Inundated.
You're inundated.
I'm not going to date you anymore. I'm going to undate you.
Jesus.
All right, say it again. You're getting inundated.
Inundated.
Right.
With requests for astrology birthday reports. I've done 2 so far.
Oh,
so.
my God.
MJ, I saw this great documentary this weekend.
All right. Back to you, Froggy. Stop
Man.
trying to lighten up the situation
All
here.
right, here we go.
All right. So,
Serious
Froggy,
time.
do not get angry at this. Do not.
Okay.
Remember you...
You son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
How dare you?
All right, Froggy, do you remember that you had asked me, hey, if I ever know anyone that needs shelves or fixtures?
Yeah.
Now, folks, Froggy is on the MJ Morning Show, at least for now. And Froggy also went into the family business after we ended the MJ Morning Show the first time back in 2012.
At least for now. Wait a minute. Is that some sort of hint? You're going to fire me?
Listen, Froggy went into the family business. Froggy's father-in-law, Kim, Froggy's wife's dad, had this long-term business of like warehouse shelving and store fixtures and displays and, big business. And then Froggy took over the business. And then Froggy said to me, hey, if you ever know anyone, because you have a lot of connections, a lot of friends, and if you know anyone that needs any shelving or any
You've never
fixtures,
given me one lead in your life. You're the worst salesman ever.
Oh, really? Really?
Worst salesman ever.
That's not the case. So I was speaking on the air.
You couldn't close a bathroom door.
I was speaking on the air back in the fall or maybe late summer, early fall about Tanner Paints. And
I've talked to him. What are you talking about?
Why don't you hold on a minute? Why don't you listen to what I have to say and why don't you just clam up for a second? So Tanner Paints, longtime Tampa paint company. So Tanner Paints has been on Armenia for 89 years. Same location, 89 years on Armenia in Tampa. Full service paint company. For your house, your business, they've got all the good paints. So I'm driving on Manhattan yesterday. I had to go to Walmart and pick up something. So I'm down at the Gandhi Walmart. I'm heading up Manhattan back home to Beach Park. And I pass this building on the left, and it's on Manhattan and Euclid. And there's this huge banner, coming soon, Tanner Paints. So I immediately called up Walker Tanner. I have a cell number. Walker Tanner runs Tanner Paints, family business since 1933. And I'm like, dude, congratulations. And he tells me, yeah, they're opening up their second location. So they're keeping their first location. They're opening up their second location in South Tampa on Manhattan and Euclid, Tanner Paints. Mm-hmm. And Froggy, you had me connect you with Tanner some time ago because he had asked me, hey, I'm thinking about redoing some shelving and warehouse stuff. Mm-hmm. And I hooked you up with Tanner. I gave you a lead. Mm-hmm. All right. So I had a conversation with Walker Tanner yesterday from Tanner Paints and wanted just to congratulate him because I saw his coming soon sign for the South Tampa location. And he's telling me that, yeah, you were in communication with him, that you guys were going back and forth. And then on November the 11th, he sent you an email with the exact specifications of what he needed for the new store, and then you went dark.
What email? Okay, I need to know. He didn't send it to my work email.
You never responded.
He didn't send it to my work email?
Dude, he said you were communicating with him. He said you went dark. You were communicating via email, so you already had established.
Oh, if he's emailing the MJ Morning Show email, I got locked out of that.
He's not emailing the MJ. Whatever email you were communicating him on.
Well, that's his mistake.
No, it's your mistake.
He needs to email my business email.
Why wouldn't you, if you're having a conversation with him, why wouldn't you, let's say the email was broken or the email was not coming through. Why wouldn't you call him?
First of all, back up before I jack slap you.
Why would you?
Relax.
Why would you're begging me to help you with leads
I
in
don't
business?
beg for anything, my friend. Ever.
Well, except for,
Dude, you were in communication with him. So you were obviously talking with him. And then suddenly you're not. Why wouldn't you pick up the phone and call Walker Tanner at Tanner Paints? So
this is awkward.
So I'm just saying, it is
Boring.
awkward.
Well,
but Froggy, I'm just trying to help Froggy. Yeah, Froggy, you got to follow
What are you trying
up.
to make me look like a bad businessman?
No, you just got to follow. You got to follow up on your leads, man. And
Oh, okay. Tell me, please tell me how to run my business, please.
See, I told you, don't
Please
don't
tell me, because you have so many years experience
Froggy,
in the hardware business, don't you?
Froggy,
you hump. You know nothing
Froggy,
about sales. You couldn't.
What is that?
Oh, a video popped up of some lady making beef stew on YouTube.
So,
Sorry.
Froggy,
Fester?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm shutting it off.
Froggy, you said you were not going to get mad.
I don't need you to tell me how to run my business. And Tanner said, when I talked to him, what's his name? Tanner?
No, it's Walker. Tanner. It's Tanner Paints.
Okay. First of all,
awesome paint organization.
Awesome
by the
paint
way.
organization.
Yeah, the best.
And I said, and he said he's going to get to me when the location opens. And I said, get back to me. He never emailed me. Tell him to send me the email when he sent it to me.
I'm on the phone with him yesterday, and he went to his email and gave me the exact date and time that he sent you the list of all the requirements, and then he said you never called him back, so he had to go buy the stuff elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you get it at?
Herb's House of Fixtures.
Your biggest competitor that's a thorn in your side.
It's impossible.
Ralph Shelving.
Ralph.
Thought that place burned down years ago.
Yes, Coop.
MJ, I have to clarify something. I'm getting a lot of language experts on the lines. They're
Yes.
really PO'd about the German comment. They also speak Italian and French in Switzerland.
Yeah, and MJ, you should have known that because you've been to Lausanne.
I did say.
Didn't you say you've been there? And they only speak French there.
No, I did say French. When I said they speak a bunch of languages, I included French, English,
Italian?
German, Austrian.
Italian.
Okay, so
Italian's a
maybe
border
some
country.
Italian as well. But
Good job,
I
Coop.
mentioned French. All right, well, sorry for anyone's ticked off. It's not my fault. So, Froggy,
Damn it. No, we guys talk more about what Coop brought
Why
up.
don't you use the same excuse he just used, Froggy? Sorry if anyone's ticked off. Not my fault.
Sorry if anybody's ticked off. Not my fault.
Froggy, I'm just trying to point out that I think you dropped the ball, Holmes.
Listen,
I think I'll be all right. Tell Tanner to email me or call me.
he's already got the stuff.
It's too late. They're opening up April 1st. Or
He couldn't have already got the stuff. Just the way steel is at this moment, he must have got junk.
They're opening up.
He must have got used shelves, which you can't pick your color. You can't pick your sizes.
Froggy, you gotta follow through. You gotta get a hold of the guy.
Okay, please.
is-
Once again, tell me how to sell.
This is the worst plug for Tanner Payne I've ever heard.
No, it's a great plug.
Walker's a great guy.
No, Tanner Paint is a great organization. It's a great paint store, and they wanted to give Froggy the business, but Froggy dropped the ball. It's a good.
I dropped the ball.
I love Tanner Payne.
It's a good plug for Tanner Paint. It's a bad plug for Froggy not following up on leads.
Froggy, I got you. Hire me as a salesman. We can kick this bucket and then make lots of money.
Dude, that's no joke, Coop. I told you.
Think about it.
I told you a while ago what to do, Coop.
Yeah, Fester tells me Dollar General, but I could sell some shelves.
What is that? You tell Coop to get out of the radio business?
Coop's like, yeah. How do you think I become really successful in this radio business? I said, quit today.
Yeah, he said Dollar General's hiring across the street.
Guys,
MJ, we have to have a talk off air.
That's fine. Guys.
A physical talk.
Oh, you said you weren't going to get angry, Froggy.
I'm just going to smack you in the face, and that's
Listen.
it. It's going to be more of an ear smack, because I'm just going to smack you so you lose your equilibrium.
Froggy, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just telling a story that developed in a phone call yesterday afternoon.
A little douchey.
All right?
Little douchey.
What's a little douchey?
You're not supposed to talk about my business, first of all.
Yeah, and then,
and then you're trying to. I mean, what you did, you're basically you're setting up a lawsuit for yourself because you're. No, I'm not laughing,
Froggy.
You're making. What is it legally? You're
slander.
Slandering my company.
Disparaging.
You're disparaging my company.
Does Cap Rouge and Green handle slander cases? Because we're going to call them.
Froggy, I'm
And
disparaging.
if I lose any business because of this,
Froggy.
I will come after your little midget ass. Don't worry about it.
Whoa.
Froggy, I'm disparaging you because
you disparaged my business.
No, I don't even know the name of your business.
That's by design.
I'm disparaging you because you didn't follow up on a guy that I hooked you up with, and I'm embarrassed.
I'm pretty sure he probably sent the wrong. I'll check my email right now, and then no email from Tanner. So I don't know if you sent it to the silly radio email.
No. He was in communication with you. You were back and forth, and then he sent you the final email. All right, I got to move on here, folks.
I'm just saying, when MJ gave me some tire kicking lead Pasquale for an RV, I called him back and we spoke several times.
So So Luigi.
Good for you.
So hold on, Luigi, who owns Pasquale's, the Italian restaurant in South Tampa on West Shore.
His whole family's just trying to come up with more outrageous Italian names.
Luigi wants to buy a fifth wheel, a big camper. And I turned him over to Fester because Fester's by the way, I've got a big RV question coming up.
Ooh.
A celebrity RV question.
Whoa.
So hold on, you got to hear this. Big celebrity apparently was kicked out of the house, now living in an RV. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
All right, hold on, don't say it yet.
Okay.
I'll get to it in a second. Hold on to that thought. First, though, guess how many arrests there were at Gasparilla? Oh, we can bring the Prices Right yodel music back. Hey, guess how many arrests there were at Gasparilla this year? And Fester, by the way, first year as a Rough Rider.
Yeah,
congrats.
We had a great time.
Is it true, though, that when you join, you're pretty low in the organization and you can't go to, like, the real heavy-duty events?
No.
So, like...
No. As soon as you become a member, you're a full-fledged member with all rights.
Because someone told me that they have, like, banquets and dinners that, like, the newbies like you can't go to.
Absolutely not. They have the military dress ball coming up in a couple of weeks. If I chose to go, I could go. I'd go to the after parties of the Gasparilla.
Listen, someone told me that it takes a while to move up in the organization. And there are also, like, 1,200 Rough Riders. So,
okay. So I'm number 1,285.
Yep.
But, I think it's like 600 active.
Can I ask you, where do you buy your Rough Riders outfit? Where do you go for that?
You want to know the secret?
Yes, I want to know the secret.
It's a long sleeve Dickies work shirt.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then you have to go to the Army Navy store to get the pants.
God, it's so stupid. It's not stupid.
Yeah. We don't have some like crazy hierarchy and a bunch of nut ass rules like, ye mystic crew of Gasparilla. We only have select hoity-toities in our group.
Did you guys see how many arrests there were at Gasparilla by any chance?
600.
Okay, that is a lot. That is a lot of people.
There were not 600 arrests. First of all, was there a crowd estimate? Was there an estimation of the crowd size? I didn't see anything.
I've been to a lot of Gasparilla parades. This was a full.
Hold on, Froggy just walked out.
He's mad. Oh.
Froggy just walked out of the studio. Froggy's angry at me? I'm just keeping it real. I'm telling a real story on the air. That's what we do here. This is a real morning show.
Okay.
And Froggy's like pissed at me. And he literally just walked out.
Maybe he's getting back to Tanner.
Was it that bad? Was it that what I did? Was it that bad?
I don't think it was necessarily cool of you, if you're being straight.
I had a conversation with the paint dude yesterday, and he's like, Coop, why are you smiling in there? Why are you laughing and smiling in there?
I laugh when I'm super uncomfortable. So if I'm giggling, it's because this is really awkward.
Yeah.
Should we take phone calls?
I think this is the part-time job, and you're trying to shed a negative shade on his business.
That's his livelihood.
Schmucky of you, but
I didn't. First of all, I didn't mention the name of his company, and
doesn't matter.
I hooked him up. I'm going to take calls on this, folks.
I think that's the wrong way to go.
This is the worst thing you can do.
I mean,
taking calls is the worst thing I can do?
Yes.
I mean, yes, and
or just saying what I said originally is the worst thing I can do.
Well, you already did that bad thing.
Every step you're taking further.
So you think I should have filtered myself but it's a real story. It's like people want to hear about our real stories and situations and our real lives.
We don't always want people to hear about every real story.
Okay. Whatever. Make your own bet on this one. Make your own bet.
All right, folks. Did I do something wrong? Or
oh God!
Listen, you guys have no problem coming after me and calling me out for something.
And you have no problem calling us out. Hey,
right.
Froggy's a pothead. Fester's fat. Roxanne's wonderful.
All right, 800. Let's take some calls on this, and then we'll get into the Gasparilla. Oh, the Gasparilla thing's fast, so I can do that while we're screening. All right, Coop's already got some calls on hold. All right, folks, am I wrong here? Do I need to apologize to Froggy? Did I do it, or was I right to bring up, hey, dude, you asked me for leads. I give you a lead, and then you allegedly don't follow up. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
I'll give you a little hint.
What?
You're getting killed on the text line.
I'm getting killed on the text line? Really? All right, is Froggy left? Did he leave the building? Is he gone for the day?
I don't know that he's gone for the day, but sometimes sometimes a break from MJ is needed immediately.
The fact, wait a minute, the fact that I said, hey, don't get angry, didn't that cover me? Wasn't that sort of like my disclaimer?
No, that's like a child saying that I'm sorry after they've done something naughty.
Folks, did I do anything wrong, or was I just keeping it real and being honest? 800, oh my God, look at the phones. All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. You think this is a bad idea?
I think the whole thing's a bad idea, but you don't run everything by me first. And I would have told you that if you would have.
All right, so while Coop continues screening calls, I'm going to go to phones here. The Gasparilla story. Roxanne, you guessed 600 arrests?
Yeah, 600.
That would be a little high.
I was amazed. I know the answer. I was amazed at how low the arrest count was.
Tampa police said there were a total of 5 arrested. 5 arrests. 2 of those serious. 2 of the arrests were felonies, battery on a law enforcement officer, and then there were 3 misdemeanors, minor stuff. There was a couple of trespassing charges, and there was 1 disorderly conduct. Now, additionally, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and the TPD Marine Unit, they stopped 5 boaters for being under the influence, which I don't know why the boaters were out there anyway, because there was a small craft advisory in effect, and they recommended that the boats stay away this year and just do it all from land.
So the water wasn't nearly as choppy as they were making it out to be all week, and there were dramatically less boaters than ever before.
I think the wind was less than what they predicted, right?
Everything was calmed down.
And it didn't seem like it was as cold as they predicted as well. So, successful Gasparilla. All right. Let's, boy.
Start with Annette. Start with line 1.
I'm going to get hammered on the phones here. Well, listen, this is a real show, folks. You see the good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes you see the rusted underside.
All right, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to try to find Froggy. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
I can't even, MJ, I cannot even, the screen is exploding with the amount of text coming in with people upset with you.
Are people, really?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That was I can't even read these texts because they're using some poor language.
All right. Annette's in Tampa. Hi, Annette. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning, MJ. I love your show.
Thank you.
I think I didn't like it. It made me actually feel uncomfortable because I could feel that Froggy was getting really upset.
But Annette, is this the emotion, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad that you tune into our show for?
Yeah, but I think it was a little bit too personal because it's about his business and him kind of making him look bad. So I think it was a little bit off. It made me feel uncomfortable. I felt bad for him.
All right. Well, Annette, will you still listen and still like me?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I listen to you every morning.
All right. Thanks, Annette. Have a nice day.
You're welcome. You too.
Am I going to have to apologize to Froggy?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, boy. All right. Let's go back to phones. Eddie doesn't know where he's located?
I asked him where he was from, and he didn't know. Maybe he's figured it out by now.
Hello, Eddie. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing, fellas? Love your show.
Thanks. So, Eddie, you want to comment on the Froggy situation?
Yeah. I I feel like it was just a little bit too personal. I mean, there's just certain things that shouldn't be aired. It's kind of like.
But don't you want the real show? I mean, see, we don't do a phony show. I mean, we do we do a real show, and
do a cringeworthy show.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Hold on, Roxanne. The whole show's not cringeworthy. Yeah. There might be some things from time to time that are cringeworthy.
Yeah, it bounces. We pass the cringeworthy hot potato from cast member to cast member.
No, the bulk of the show is all fun and fabulous, but there might be a couple of cringy things from time to time. I'm sorry, Eddie. Go ahead.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I love your show, and I love listening to it every time I get down to Tampa. But I just think maybe a little small apology would be in order.
All right, Eddie. Thank you, buddy.
And keep up the good work. You're welcome, young man. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Eddie. So I wanted to go back to Fester because Fester left the studio to try to find Froggy, and Froggy's left the studio.
So here's the deal. Froggy has left the building.
What?
Hold on. Let me finish. He has not left the parking lot because I just looked. I mean, as of 30 seconds ago, I looked through the glass window.
Oh, no. What have I done?
I saw his vehicle.
Right.
And I saw the reverse brake light on, and the door was open, and there may have been a cloud of medicine coming out. I couldn't tell.
There was smoke coming out of Froggy's vehicle.
It was his ears. He was so mad. He was steamed.
As of now, 1 minute ago, Froggy was in his vehicle.
Oh, boy. All right, hang on. Let me go to phones. Hang on. Let me grab Ryan. Ryan is in Palm Harbor. Ryan, hi. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, how's it going?
It's a female Ryan. I love it. Hey, female Ryan, welcome.
Female Ryan, yeah.
Wow.
I have to always preface that. Yes, I'm a female.
Yeah, Ryan.
I'm like, what was that? Is it Brian? I'm like, no, it's Ryan.
Ryan, you should see how he
Anyway.
flips out when he meets a female Chris. Female Chris.
All right, go ahead, Ryan. What do you think? Was it okay or not okay?
I graduated in reporting, and with today's goings on, I don't know. I'm just going to be unfiltered, kind of like you just were, and I appreciate that. I mean, yeah. So what? So you said something, and he took offense to it. Who doesn't take offense to everything nowadays? I mean, does everything have to be filtered now?
All right, so you think what I did was Ryan? You think what I did was okay, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was okay. I mean, it is what it is. You guys are friends, A, and B, you guys are actually reporting stuff, like real stuff.
I mean, it's the truth.
Yes.
It's a real story. It's a real item I'm talking about. All right, Ryan.
Yeah, it's not bull crap.
All right, Ryan, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Look at that. I got one vote of confidence.
Yeah, you got girl Ryan on your side. Okay,
I
good
think
job.
it's fantastic. All right, Dave is in Lakeland. Hi, Dave. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Go ahead, Dave.
You don't like what I'm going to say, but I think you're being pretty much of a prick. If you want to report on something, get both sides of the information. Don't get one side of a conversation and try to make somebody look bad about it. Find out both sides, and then figure out what the real truth is behind it.
Well, Froggy was looking quickly through his email to see if he missed something, but I don't know whether he was able to go back to November. I was just telling a story. I thought it was just a real.
Yeah, but that's how all this bull crap gets started anymore. People tell a story about this, that. Nobody gets the truth, just like our media nowadays. They only report what they want to report, just like you got.
Yeah, but that's a real happening. It's a real story. So, listen, Dave, I respect your opinion. So, you think I'm going to owe Froggy an apology?
Yeah, I mean, get both sides of the situation before you embarrass somebody, especially on the radio.
All right. So you think I made a mistake, Fester?
I think. Listen,
I'm big enough to admit if I made a mistake, I got to think about it and process it.
There's two questions here.
Yeah.
Well, two upstream. One, you don't think you made a mistake, but you see that other people think you did. So I mean, listen, I'm not going to see if you did what you did. I don't agree with it, but you're not going to convince yourself. You know what? And any apology is only going to come from pressure of other people.
And you take pleasure in uncomfortability.
I don't take pleasure in uncomfortable. What?
Uncomfortability. That's a word.
April,
right?
I think sounds good. April's in St. Pete. Hi, April. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ. I listen to you every morning, but I really think you went out of your boundaries with Froggy.
Oh boy. Well, he left the studio. He's out of the boundary right now. He fled.
That's just business. I mean, with you getting involved in it, as one of the callers said, you never know both sides of it.
All right. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Ah, boy. Is this another Eddie? Eddie's in Tampa. Hi, Eddie.
Hey, MJ. How are you?
Doing all right. Are you angry at me, Eddie?
Disappointed. It was time. You made your point, and he got it. He made a mistake. He didn't get back to Walter Canada, but let it go. There was a time that you should have let it go, MJ. You're a good man, but you should have let it go.
All right.
Okay? You made your point.
All right, Eddie.
Have a great day.
All right,
Thank you, Eddie.
You made your point, Eddie. Good job. I got more. I got 5 more calls
I
here.
know.
More calling
I
in.
know. I got to move on. But Tony, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Tony.
Hey, brother. What's going on?
All right, Tony, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, man, I think it was kind of a raw deal you gave him. It's like I got a friend right now that owes me some money from a bet, and it's a business. We also have business together, and I want to call him out through his company, but, then it'd be too much like, I don't know, being a douche, I guess. So I'll just keep it personal. But, you should have said that off air, not on air.
All right. But Tony, do I get any points that we do a real show? And,
No, I give you do a real show, but you still got to choose your battles, man.
All right, Tony. All right, I'm getting wrung out here. Pam is in Ellington. Hello, Pam. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning. Love your guys' show, but I do think you should have done that privately, not on the air.
Yeah, I think I'm getting that message. All right, thank you, Pam. Have a great. You still gonna listen? Are you gonna hate me now? Or am I?
Absolutely. No, never hate you. I listen to you guys every morning.
All right,
Get me
thank
through my morning.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank
All
you.
right.
So I have a text from my sister who
Yeah.
always agrees with you,
Oh,
especially
geez.
when you give me a
now,
hard time.
Now your sister hates me.
Well, she said, I hate to say this, but MJ is wrong because the last communication was the guy, Tanner, reaching out. He should have followed up with a phone call if Froggy didn't email him back. That's on him.
I don't know about all that, but
Now, Froggy's doing the shelf selling, so I think that Froggy, if he was in communication, they had emails going back and forth, that Froggy probably should have, placed the call.
it's not on
yeah,
the
Coop.
Viewers on the live stream chat are telling you to issue Froggy an apology as well.
Oh, jeez.
See, but here's the thing, guys. MJ can't apologize because he doesn't believe he did something wrong. I don't want MJ to apologize because the listeners think he schmucked it up.
The apology's got to come from my heart, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. All right, so where's Froggy? Do we have any idea what's going on?
I can check and see if his car is still here, but I mean, as of now, 5 minutes ago it was, but I haven't left the studio since.
Why did you give me a note to call Kim?
Kim sent me a text message and said, have MJ call me.
Oh, jeez.
You're in trouble.
I can tell you.
I don't. Yeah,
you
don't want Kim on your wrong side. Froggy's wife is Kim, and you don't want Kim on your wrong side.
I don't have a lot of friends, but I have several, and I am afraid of none of their spouses. I'm not afraid of Michelle. I'm certainly not afraid of Doug, but I am afraid of Kim. So
Fester is afraid of Kim. I don't want to call her. I'm scared.
See, now
I'm afraid to call Kim.
This is how you know you did something wrong.
I'm afraid.
You're afraid to call Kim.
I'm afraid to call Froggy's wife. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Am I going to have to make amends and everything?
I think Kim's going to take a piece of your ass.
Oh, my God. All right. Can I shift gears now, please?
Oh, you're not going to call Kim? You're not going to call Kim?
No, I'm afraid.
Hold on. I got a text message right here from Kimmy.
I'm scared.
She might come down to the studio right now.
I'm scared to call Kim. I'm not calling her.
Yeah. Kimmy, tell MJ to call me 8:33, which is when we started taking calls.
I'm not calling Kim. Should I call her?
I mean, yeah, you need to call her. You need to face the music.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't know what Kim's take on this whole thing is going to be. I don't think it's going to be good.
It's not going to be good.
So how do you know this now, but you didn't know it before you said it?
I mean, you can't always predict the outcome of everything.
The degree of...
Well, Froggy's making it a big deal.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
I had no idea how Froggy was going to react.
Are you scared to talk to me?
Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Froggy's wife, Kim. Yeah, you scare me.
You know, I have to be honest, it's been a while since we've experienced this side of MJ, but it's good to know you're still there.
What?
That was so unnecessary.
Oh.
Why did you have to do that on air? That was a conversation you have off air. That wasn't like a funny story or anything like that. It was so unnecessary.
I thought it was funny. All right,
it wasn't funny.
All right,
Nothing about it was funny. You were trying to yell at him and embarrass him like you're his dad. You're not his dad.
All right, now, where is Froggy? Can you tell Froggy to come back into the studio?
I'm not talking. He's a grown-up. He can do what he wants. I'm talking to you and telling you what you did was wrong and inappropriate.
All right,
and
well-
if no one else in the studio wants to tell you that, then that's on them.
We all told him. We told him.
We were wrong.
We all told him that we disagree with him. But I also told him he's making his own bed here. And I also told him I'm afraid of you, which is true.
Fester, you don't need to be afraid of me. I'm all good until you do us wrong. MJ, you did us dirty, and we won't forget. You had us fooled for the past, year and 3 months that, you were different and you changed. Nope, here you are.
Let me tell you.
I'm the same guy I've always been.
Nobody holds a grudge like the Kuzmanos.
We don't call you out on things that happen with us.
But Froggy can call me out. That's the beauty of the show, that Froggy is
But
welcome.
it's not appropriate. It's like, what? there was no point in that story other than to embarrass him and make him look like some stupid person who doesn't get back with someone.
He's not a stupid person. I'm just.
What was the other point of that story? And the other thing that's irritating me about this conversation is no one has ever asked you one time for leave. Never, not one time. That's a flat out lie.
Hold on. No, ask me for what?
Froggy didn't say, "Hey, MJ, listen, I need."
He never asked you to do that. Never, not one time.
No, Froggy did. No, Froggy said if you have any leave. No, he Kim absolutely did. Froggy asked me. All right, Kim. All right, listen. I'll tamp down the situation. I'll talk to Froggy. I'll smooth things out. Okay.
Just don't apologize if you're not sorry, which it doesn't sound like you are.
No, I'm.
But just know, like you are off limit. I mean, you went in an area that you shouldn't have gone to.
All right, Kim.
It was unnecessary. It was a conversation you have off air.
Gotcha, Kim. All right, Kim. I apologize to you for the turmoil. Okay.
Oh, I'm fine. You should figure out how you're going to deal with Coos and if he's going to come back.
Okay. All right. Goodbye.
So whenever the ladies say I'm fine.
Fine stands for something else.
Oh, they're not fine. They're not fine.
It's an acronym for not fine.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So let's switch gears to something more awkward and talk about why Doug and I aren't married and the deep-rooted psychological issues that may keep us from getting married. How about we delve into that right now?
Well, I need to do the RV
no,
thing.
I'm just,
we have Morons in the News Part 2 coming up, Roxanne. I really don't think we can get to that.
All right. So
I'm just trying to lighten the mood, guys.
Folks,
can I go look for Froggy for one more second?
No, I need you for a minute.
Okay, that's fine. But
you can go get. We'll do a break soon, so you can go look for him then.
Soon. Okay, good.
All right. So I need you for this anyway, because it's the RV story. And, oh, boy, am I going to get myself in trouble here as well? Because, after the MJ Morning Show ended in 2012, Froggy went into the family shelving business.
Let's disparage what Fester does now.
And no, I'm not. I'm not going to. So Fester started selling RVs at General RV. So Fester still works, a couple of times a week at General RV, selling RVs. And General RV is one of the biggest RV dealers in the country.
Nation's largest family-owned dealership.
And they're on I-4 in Dover. You see it right on I-4. It's right off to the right if you're heading out of Tampa. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I saw that Jason Momoa, the famous Jason Momoa, the actor, that he broke up with Lisa Bonet. Now, that story's been known. Now, that happened, a couple of weeks ago or a month ago? When did that first break?
They put out a joint message that they were, breaking up. Your lives are going different directions, but they were still going to work to be good parents and be friends.
Well, apparently, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet, after the breakup, Jason Momoa is living in an RV. So I guess he moved out of their house, and now he's living in an expensive RV parked at a friend's house in Los Angeles.
All right, he's living in a really, really nice RV.
All right, now, this is Aquaman, folks. This is Aquaman, Jason Momoa. He's 42 years old, and he's living in a $750,000 RV in a friend's driveway, apparently.
Well, that's a nice RV then.
That's pretty
top of the line.
Pretty stinking nice.
So the RV's parked at a friend's place out in L.A. in Topanga Hills. It's near Topanga Hills. That's where Lisa Bonet and Momoa and their two kids lived. I guess Lisa Bonet and the kids are still in the house. Momoa is out of the house, living in a $750,000 RV. So that's why I'm bringing Fester into the picture. Fester, tell me about you're looking at the pictures here. Tell me about a $750,000 RV.
Okay, so you'd think it would be like some souped-up diesel pusher, something that was 44 feet long, but I'm looking at pictures of it, and it looks like it's a Class C, and it's a custom build. It has a Ford engine, and it's a custom-build Earth Roamer XV LTI 26.
Are you familiar with this particular model?
No, it's a custom build.
Oh, it's a custom jobber. Okay.
This is a one-off shop.
All right. Anyway, listen, Momoa, Aquaman, Momoa, Game of Thrones, HBO, and you figured he could live in another house. He could buy, with all his money, he can buy another house or certainly rent something nice.
I tell you, I would love to live in an RV. When we weren't doing the morning show, I spent like 5 summers in Michigan for 4 months at a time living out of an RV. And I think it was some of the happiest times of my whole life. It was
because
it's great.
It's efficient.
It's a different world, and I love it. I'm all for it.
Should I try to call Froggy? Hang on.
He isn't going to answer.
So am I gonna owe him for a long time? Am I gonna have to like?
You're going to have to make some ice cream. You're going to have to.
I'm calling Froggy.
Get Michelle working on some biscuits for him.
Oh boy.
I don't think he's going to answer.
No, I think this is.
You just don't know what's going to, set folks off.
Or do you?
That wasn't my intention. No, he's not picking up. He's not answering. All right, Fester, you want to roll out to the parking lot?
We're going to take a break soon?
Yeah, right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go now.
Leave a message after the beep.
Yeah.
At the tone, please record your.
Yeah, he's not picking up. All right, Fester's going out to try to find Froggy in the parking lot. All right, so I gotta what? Bend over here?
Grovel. You have to grovel.
Grovel?
Yeah. And mean it.
Oh, boy. All right. It's the MJ Morning Show. All right. A lot of stuff coming up next, folks. Don't move. And I don't know how this is going to play out. Let's talk. This is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you'd like to set your watch, time at the tone, 9 o'clock exactly. This is the MJ Morning Show. You give us 22 minutes, and we'll give you a pissed off Froggy. All right.
You really got yourself in some trouble there, big boy.
All right, so it's Roxanne and me.
Yeah.
Fester.
And like a sneak peek into the future based upon how mad you made one person in here.
All right, so Fester is trying to talk Froggy back into the studio. Oh, here comes.
Okay. I see them both.
They're walking by the window. All right, Fester.
All right.
Fester.
Froggy, stay in the studio, Froggy.
All right. Fester has brought Froggy in.
All right.
Did you throw yourself in front of Froggy's truck as he was trying to leave?
He had his truck in reverse, but his foot was on the brake, and he was taking some medicine.
You were medicating?
So Froggy was still in his truck.
Right.
His engine was running.
Yep.
I just asked him to come back into the studio. I have been designated as Froggy's representative in this matter.
Oh, no.
I would like to make a statement on my client's behalf.
Okay, go ahead.
He hired Fester and Fester.
Fester and Fester.
For the Froggy.
The litigants are now entering the courtroom.
Can two Festers fit in the room?
Okay. There's two of us in the firm, but no two of us don't fit in the same room at the same time. Thank you, Roxanne. My client would like to just make a declaration to parties involved or not involved that you may be hearing from more formal representation in the near future. That's all I got. My client has agreed to speak. So, client, speak at this time.
Were you drinking beer in your truck, too?
I did have some of the whiskey that's in the office.
Some of the whiskey in the office. Would you grab the bottle of, what do we have, Jameson or
Bullet?
Bullet?
We have Bullet in the office.
And
Is it Bullet Rye or Bullet Bourbon?
It's bourbon, and I decided to take the edge off.
The orange label or the green label? So it was the orange
We have
label?
orange label.
All right, that's the bourbon.
I broke the cork off accidentally opening it, so I had some of that in my teeth right now.
All right, so
Would you have to take a pen and jam the cork into the bottle?
Yeah.
All right.
So now you got cork all floating around.
So I feel a little better.
All right, Froggy, before you say a thing. All right, if I was out of line, I apologize. The last thing I want to do is to piss you off. I didn't know that you were going to take it. With you, I don't know how you're going to take things. Some things you think I don't go far enough, and then other things you think I go too far.
Interesting. Interesting.
Why are you making notes over there?
I'm just looking at some notes I wrote earlier.
Notes for his legal team.
Okay. I'm just gonna write down that your half-ass apology.
Here's why that was a terrible apology. It was like, if I said something out of line, you don't believe you said something out of line.
All right.
So let's just move on.
All right, let's move on. Let's continue the last hour of the show.
I might choose to make a joke or two during the last hour. Right. We'll see how I feel.
Please run all jokes through counsel.
Okay.
Fester and Fester for the Froggy.
All right.
You need a logo.
So, Roxanne, we didn't get to your food thing. We'll push that
That's
off.
okay.
Well, I didn't expect that whole thing to
No.
develop. See, this is a very spontaneous show, and I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to take your food thing. I'm going to push that
Save
off till
it.
tomorrow, okay? If you don't mind.
Take it off your plate.
All right. I got a lot of audio. We have a lot of sound, and Coop spent like 2 hours doing this. So if I don't get to this stuff.
Can we get to some good stuff?
Yeah, Coop's going to be really angry at
Can
me.
you turn your mic
All
up
right,
first?
First of all, another exciting day of football yesterday. Can you believe with the divisional games, the championship games, can you believe literally the excitement of these? Like every game, is this unmatched, unparalleled excitement for the last couple of weeks of the NFL?
Yeah, it sure seems like.
I don't think we've ever seen these types of games and the twists, the turns, the last minute, the field goals, the comebacks.
So I've been thinking about this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the games are fixed because they're so, not that I'm watching them, but I'm hearing they're so good that you don't come, football games usually aren't like this. How is this happening so often?
This is the Rigged and Fixed NFL on Fox.
Yeah, it's all scripted, just like wrestling.
It's like
all
the
scripted.
XFL.
It's scripted NFL.
Where's He Hate Me? Isn't it?
Yeah. Guess what? Guess who's going to replace, what's his name? Roger Goodell.
Who?
Vince McMahon.
Oh,
I think that'd be a great decision.
Vince McMahon is going to replace Roger Goodell as the commish of the NFL.
The NFL is fired.
So this has been, I think it's probably been some of the best playoffs that has produced the most boring Super Bowl.
Good analogy.
Ever. I mean,
analysis.
all the games have been really good, and then who cares about the Rams and the Bengals?
All right. Well, first of all,
people in Cincinnati
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati is a smaller market, and I'm sure that the network probably not thrilled with Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl. We'll see what happens. But listen, they haven't won jack in 33 years or something. All right, I got to move on here because we got to talk about the CBS debacle during their halftime show. So hold on, we'll get to that in a second. We mentioned Tom Brady twice. We did 2 big chunks of Brady in the 6 o'clock hour and then again around 7:30. And is Tom Brady going to retire? We don't know. Certainly the TB12 Sports Twitter, which listed all of his accomplishments, and thank you, Tom. That seemed like a swan song. And then the TB12 Sports Twitter feed then erased that. So the word leaks out that Tom Brady's retiring. Then we hear, not so fast, that Tom Brady's father says that this is not true and you haven't heard from Tom yet. You know, I brought up the point that Tom Brady just launched that clothing line. So retiring just a couple of weeks after you launch a clothing line, a multi-million-dollar effort that took him 3 years apparently to get off the ground. And then I would think that Brady would want to do a full season to help promote and launch that clothing line. But then, and I'll leave it at this, as we all sit and wait, the monetary deal, according to, now which website was this? This was Sport Track?
It might be Spotrack?
Whatever the hell it is.
Guys stroking out?
Yeah. I don't know what size it is. I'm trying to come up with funnier names.
I'm unfamiliar.
Spotrack?
But the deal is that Brady signed a 2-year contract with the Bucs right before the 2020 season. Then he signed a 1-year extension. Now he's completed the first 2 years. He hasn't completed the extension, which would take him into next year. And according to this Spotrack, $15 million of Brady's $20 million signing bonus was deferred until February 4th. And if Brady retires, the Buccaneers could recoup up to $16 million of the signing bonus. Should Brady decide to continue to the 2022 season, Spotrack notes his entire salary would be guaranteed on February 18th, but voided if he decides to retire. So it seems that he can't announce retirement before February 4th, because that's where $15 million of the $20 million bonus is deferred.
Yeah, but he's going to retire anyway, so he shouldn't get it.
No, but the bonus was deferred. That was a signing bonus, but I think for salary cap, whatever the story was, I'm not an expert at this crap, but instead of getting the entire $20 million when he signed in 2020,
right,
he took $5 million and then deferred $15 million until February 4th of 2022. That is in 6 days. Or I'm sorry, in 5 days from right now. So we'll see how this whole thing plays out, but I don't think Tom Brady wants to lose $15 million, even though the guy's loaded and Giselle's loaded as well. They're probably worth $500 million altogether.
I just looked it up at the barbershop the other day. She's worth $400 and he's worth $150.
I said $500 million. That's pretty damn close.
Can you believe how much more money she squashes him?
That's like big time Joel Osteen money right there.
It's crazy.
Good for them.
Man, she could sack him.
So what's all of her money? I mean, modeling, but what does she have? Clothing?
I don't understand. All her branding and stuff.
She won Powerball in Jersey back in 2008.
And she owns like 500 Dunkin' Donuts, I heard.
Does she really?
No.
So we'll have to wait and find out and see. And, well, there was one other thing. Tom Brady's assistant was said to be looking for a job, according to rumors. So
there's a little inside scoop.
Tom Brady's,
like his local assistant?
Tom Brady's longtime assistant, Ben Rawitz.
Well, he would still need an assistant, wouldn't he? I mean, his life can't be...
Is said to be hunting for a new job, further fueling speculation of a possible retirement. According to Page 6, has been told that Rawitz, who spent years as Brady's right-hand man, has reached out to a list of high-profile quarterbacks, including the Buffalo Bills' Josh Allen, Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. By the way, that kid is on top of the world right now.
All this guy does is wants to work for quarterbacks.
That's it.
That's his specialty.
Why can't you find like a defensive lineman to work for there, huh? Open up your potential client pool.
What if we get like a older quarterback again that's good, like Aaron Rodgers or Joe Montana? I don't know many names.
Joe Montana.
One other thing regarding football, and that was the CBS halftime show, was the AFC Championship game. It was the Bengals and Chiefs game, which the Bengals obviously stunned the Chiefs with their comeback and win to go to the Super Bowl. But the halftime show, what the heck happened?
Who was it?
So
It was Walker Hayes.
No,
who?
No.
You don't know who Walker Hayes is, but you'll know who he is.
Hold on. We're not talking about a halftime show like a Super Bowl halftime show. It was the CBS halftime show, but then Walker Hayes was doing something for the local audience.
So both networks had their studio team on the field. Phil Simms, James Brown, Coach Cower, a couple of other guys, and they're on the field. And the band Walker Hayes is playing in the background.
And apparently the band drowns out the entire CBS halftime commentary crew as they're sitting at that like anchor desk, and they're sitting, and the stadium's behind them, and Chris Walker, and everyone knows Chris Walker because he's the Applebee's guy, with the fancy this is Chris Walker.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night. Got that Bourbon Street steak with the Oreo shake.
I mean, that song.
Walker
bang.
Hayes.
Yeah,
what I say?
Hayes.
You don't know who Chris Walker is.
I'm sorry.
Because his name is Walker Hayes.
I don't know why I said that. Walker Hayes. I don't know why I said that. So that's Walker Hayes. He did that Applebee's song.
Yeah.
That was on the Applebee's commercial for a while. So that's I'm not a country music expert here, folks. So that's Walker Hayes. So let's listen to CBS. So after the second quarter ends, they go to the halftime break, and there's the CBS broadcast crew on their little desk at the stadium, and this is what happened.
As a halftime report, the official 5-speed network of the NFL Verizon. I'm James Brown.
As we welcome Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Walker Hayes.
Last week, he's got time filled, and he's burning them.
The question is, the answer is time. That's what Patrick Mahomes. He said, I'm going to protect my quarterback.
Oh my God!
All day to throw. Nobody open, but he is able to move outside and find Tyreek Hill.
Oh my God!
In the middle of a rodeo.
That is awesome.
It annihilates the whole CBS halftime crew. That is hysterical.
They were rocking.
So in clip 2, down, as they continue the report, they acknowledge that they can't hear each other.
They can't even hear each other.
No.
My daughter Katrina told me to work on sign language with you guys because I have no clue.
It's a party here in KC, baby.
Party in KC. All right. With that in mind, let me go ahead and just take you to the next segment of our show.
Oh my gosh!
And he's doing the Applebee's song there. Yeah. He's doing the Fancy Like song.
That's hysterical.
That'd be like, here's the deal. All right, so let's move on. It's the MJ Morning Show. Fester, what do you want to talk about next?
So let's talk about, we have some morons in the news coming up, and also I want to cover about this new growth I found on my buttocks.
Right.
Yeah,
and
and
really
the texters have a lot to say about that too.
Yeah, we fancy like
Applebee's.
I found the growth on my butt.
What?
I'm not sure if it's a zit or a boil, and I really would like to get some expert.
Dude.
Well, Roxanne knows a lot about dermatology and skin things.
All right, thank you, Fester. Bit's over.
I thought you were going to play more music.
No,
I didn't think you let me talk that long.
No, that's all right. So that's crazy.
You screwed that whole bit up, MJ.
What do you mean I screwed it up?
I was going to talk randomly, and you were going to play more Applebee's music. I thought you were going to drown me out the whole time.
I only have a 6-second clip.
That's it.
I only have the hook.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a date night.
All I have is a 6-second clip.
If I knew every word would be heard, I would never have talked about my butt growth.
You might want to get that shot. Let me look at that during the break. Come here. Not now.
Get that check.
Cameras.
All right, so Fester, don't take offense to this. I've already offended Froggy. By the way, by the way, Froggy's back.
It's okay. We're going to talk after the show.
Man, Kim, she's got venom for me again. I thought I patched that up. I guess I just opened up some new wounds.
Listen, she wants that pool, man. Don't affect my business.
She wants what?
She wants that pool in the back.
Oh,
When you're disparaging my company, I mean, we'll talk about it after their show. We're gonna be on a conference
you
call.
demand the settlement? Is that it?
Yes. All representation.
You want me to pay for your pool? Is that
Fester,
it?
Fester, my counsel will talk to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be talking to you after the show.
All right, Fester, do not take offense to this, okay?
Try me.
You've offended everybody today.
When I saw this story, I thought of Fester immediately.
All right.
SpaceX winner Kyle Hipchin had to give his seat away on the SpaceX space flight. Do you know why?
No.
Just the way you set it up, I can take a guess.
All right, let me give you a sound from a movie.
Okay.
Boom baba, boom baba, boom baba. You know what movie that is?
I don't know that movie.
Lord Ass.
It's Stand By Me.
Oh.
Great movie. Yeah.
You never seen Stand By Me
No,
with
I have
Lord
not.
Ass?
No.
Oh my God.
The mystery winner of a seat aboard a SpaceX flight.
Yeah, they have a weight limit,
They
right?
do, yeah. And Fester, if you won this, you couldn't go.
Why? It's weightless
No.
in space, isn't it?
Well, but they got to get it off the ground, and you got to be able to fit in the capsule. All right, here's the deal.
He doesn't fit in the thing?
When I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, what if Fester won this thing? So this dude, Kyle Hipchin, he gave his friend the prize that he had won after SpaceX said that the winner of the space flight, Kyle Hipchin, 43, was too heavy to go on the SpaceX space flight.
Well, how heavy is he?
Well, here's the deal.
Was he like 5 pounds too heavy? Was he like 105 pounds too heavy?
Here's the deal. So he said he's still struggling with the disappointment after learning that he could not get his seat on the space flight. It was last September, as a matter of fact. So it already happened, but we're just getting the story now. He weighed 330 pounds. And the weight limit for the SpaceX flight is 250.
Gosh, Fester, I don't think you'd make it, Fest.
So, Fester.
No, I wouldn't make it.
All right, Fester, what is your current weight right now?
321.
So you're down a little bit.
Down a little bit.
You carry it well.
Thanks.
Because you're down, because you were 330 a couple of weeks ago, right?
I think since the beginning of the year, I've lost like 18 pounds.
Oh,
you
okay,
do carry it well. It's all sort of
wow.
sits in your gut and boobs and face area.
No,
nicely.
but seriously, Fester does not look like he's 330.
No, he's just big.
I carry a lot of back fat, unlike other fat people that are all gut. If I were all gut, it'd be just atrocious.
The weight limit.
You're very evenly fat.
I'm very barreled.
Barrel back.
You are barreled.
Yeah.
But the weight limit to go on a SpaceX flight is 250 pounds.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's 250. So Hipchin is a Florida-based captain for Delta. Oh, for the regional Delta.
How does he fit in that plane?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, Fester, not
For
me.
real.
So this guy Hipchin is a captain for Delta's regional carrier, which is Endeavor. Yeah, the planes are branded as Delta, but if you're ever on like a Delta RJ, like the smaller little regional jet, and it's branded Delta, that's probably Endeavor, but they have a couple other things I think that they're paired with. He purchased $600 worth of sweepstakes entries, and then he realized after that he exceeded the weight limit. So he won 72,000 entries, and the drawing was last February, and he didn't think he was going to win. Turns out he won, and he couldn't go because he was too heavy. But he's not too heavy to fly that Delta RJ 900 or whatever that thing is.
I've been on a
CJ RJ.
I've been on a reasonable amount of flights.
Right.
I don't know that I've ever seen a pilot that I looked at him or her getting off the plane, and I said, wow, that's a big person.
Yeah, usually they're fit. That's a good point.
Yes, most pilots are fit, but I tell you what, it's funny you bring that up. I had a pilot in the last couple of years. I'm trying to remember what airline it was, but the pilot was pretty slovenly. I mean, the shirt was all untucked, and I was like, this guy could have a heart attack in the middle of my flight.
What was his name? Tiny?
Ding, ding. Hey, your captain speaking is
Actually,
Tiny.
You're not going to believe this. It was Captain Chomper.
Yeah, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Captain Chomper.
Captain Hunger.
Captain Chomper. Hello, this is Captain Chomper. Flight attendants, can you bring me some more snacks?
We've reached our cruising altitude of 25,000 feet. Flight attendants, please bring me some gravy.
Your captain speaking.
Bring some gravy to the cockpit and pork rinds.
I need some food up here, please.
We'll put this son bitch on autopilot and enjoy a snack.
Oh, man. All right, so
he had to give it up to a small friend.
He did. That's exactly what happened here.
Small, under 250 pounds.
All right. I got to get to a couple of Uber Eats stories, including Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Fester. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Froggy, this will give you a chance to do your Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do my best, you know.
Right. And I got a creepy story. I got a creepy story about a guy, a hospital, a baby, and a bottle.
Oh, God.
All right. This is really, really weird. All right. That is just a taste of what's coming up in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. So don't move here on Q105. Ladies and gentlemen, mortgage time. You know, as MC Hammer said, what was that song? Remember? Stop. Mortgage time. Remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah. Can't touch this.
Didn't MC Hammer default on his mortgage and had to pull the gold letters out of his pool?
I think the gold MC was repossessed from the bottom of his swimming pool. Absolutely. Now, all kidding aside, folks, stop mortgage time is correct. If you need a mortgage, let's say you're buying a new home or you want to refinance before rates go up, the Fed has already said that. at, just like Ronnie sang, Be My Little Baby. That's Ronnie Spector, who just recently passed away. MJ Morning Show, and of course, Eddie Money left us some time ago. It was so nice. I met Eddie Money like probably 3 times during my career, and that dude was nice. He was like a pretty big music star, but he still acted like just a regular New York street dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. Eddie Money was a really, really decent guy. All right, MJ Morning Show on Q105, 9:33. Roxanne, you needed to stop. Your apologies.
Yeah, I'm sorry to the texters, to the emailers. This is the last free astrology report I'll be doing for Jennifer. I'm working on Jennifer's right now, but everybody's hitting me up with their birth dates.
Oh, God. All right, so wait a minute. You've been doing astrology reports and you're texting
the
people?
entire show, yes.
So instead of focusing 100% on the show, you're doing astrology reports and texting our listeners back?
It's fun, but it's starting to wear on me. So this is it. This is the last free one I'm doing.
And this all started because you put me together. You gave me my reading at 7:50 this morning, right?
I nailed you down.
You should start charging people like Miss Cleo.
So if you missed it, folks, just go to our podcast. Podcast is up by 11 o'clock. It's the entire show. That's the audio podcast. And then, of course, the show is live on video. So our show, we stream the whole show on video with our little cheap little Canon cameras here in the studio. We've got 4 cameras in here? So a full-blown video from start to finish. We stream the show live. It's MJTV. And it's on. If you want to see our stream, just go to mjmorningshow.com. You can watch it live at mjmorningshow.com. And then once we finish the show, you can watch the whole show back via video from the studio. So
why aren't we live now on the stream? What's happening with it?
We are live. We are live.
No, it's not. It's still stuck on the We'll Be Right Back.
Hey, Coop, why is it still stuck on We'll Be Right Back?
It's not directly live. It's a YouTube stream.
It's like a 1 minute delay.
Well,
is it a 1 minute?
But we're 2 minutes back now.
Oh, it just came back. Okay.
Oh, so now we're back? All right,
yes.
So maybe it's a 2 minute delay. All right, so
that's pretty cool.
No more free astrology.
No, they're done. No.
Now you're going to charge our listeners?
I'm going to have to charge you. I'm
Miss
sorry.
Roxo.
Really?
And the Gen Zers love it. Like it's crazy.
So if you're going to do it, you need to wear a fruit hat.
And then as far as my apology to Froggy, Shorty Shane, who we had in the studio last week.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty Shane, who I think Dave the Dwarf might have called Shorty Shane, or Dave the Dwarf wants to call Shorty Shane to say, hey, listen, I'm sure we can get along. So I think we might have like a Shorty Shane Little People Détente kind of thing going on.
A dwarf summit?
Yeah, the dwarf summit. And we'll hold it in Reykjavik or something. All right, so
you can hold it like at Hooters or something.
There you go. But Shorty Shane, in regard to my apology to Froggy, he texted me about your Froggy apology.
Oh, Shorty Shane, Shane's right.
He gave me a on my apology.
Froggy, you should be thanking Shane for being on your side.
Oh, is he? I thought he was saying psh to me.
No.
Oh, thank you, Shane. I love you.
Me.
You're the man, Shane.
Wondered whatever became of me.
Oh, boy.
I'm living on the air in Cincinnati.
How about them Bengals?
Cincinnati, WKRP.
Oh, hey,
that's kind of ironic.
Is that odd?
That's ironic.
WKRP in Cincinnati, Howard Hessman, he dies. He was Johnny Fever. Johnny, by the way, Michelle says to me, you know what? I never really saw WKRP in Cincinnati. We should watch that. We're like 6 episodes away from finishing Hill Street Blues. We watched all 7 seasons of Hill Street Blues. We've got like 6 or 7 more to go, and then we're done. Watched every one. And
that sounds so boring.
You know what? Hill Street's great. Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then season 6 and 7 started to fall apart. And I know why it was canceled now, because season 7 sucks of Hill Street. But it was a great show. I mean, groundbreaking show. The story arcs, and they really redefined the TV as we know it. And a lot of what's done today is because of what Hill Street Blues did. But Michelle wants to see WKRP in Cincinnati, and that should be a quickie because they're half-hour episodes, probably, 23 minutes, 24 minutes. They had fewer commercials back then. Now half an hours are like 22 minutes. And
it's a radio show. You could relate.
Well, here's the deal. And it was short. WKRP, I think, only had like 86 episodes.
There's only 4 seasons. I don't know how many episodes were in a season.
Well, bring it up. Bring up the show. It'll tell you how many episodes. Bring up you bring up the Wikipedia.
Wiki
90. It's right there. So I was close. It's 90 episodes. So WKRP is quick. It's only 90 total episodes. And Michelle wants to watch that from the beginning. So I got to figure out where the heck that's streaming. So, hopefully it's on one of the services I already pay for. But Howard Hessman, dead, 81 years old, WKRP in Cincinnati. And then the Cincinnati Bengals, they won yesterday, stunning the Kansas City Chiefs. And what's the story? I'm not a football expert. It was 33 years since their last what?
So the last time they went to the Super Bowl was 1988.
All right, so was that? Oh, that was after WKRP was off the air.
Yeah, WKRP was long off the air.
KRP was off the air, what, in 83, 84, somewhere in there?
Was that when Boomer Esiason was
what years was it on?
Yeah, Boomer Esiason was the quarterback of the Bengals when he took them to the last Super Bowl.
I'm a real man. I know sports history.
Sports.
Rest in peace, Howard Hessman from WKRP and Michelle.
78 to 82.
Oh, 78 to 82. Wow.
Why do all radio guys wear those dark glasses back then? It's so dumb.
And I would like to issue a correction.
Yeah, well.
He wasn't Johnny Fever. He was Dr. Johnny Fever.
Oh, excuse me.
The doc.
Dr.
That's
Johnny
right.
Fever.
He was Dr. Johnny Fever.
Excuse me. All right. Snoop Dogg. Froggy, this is your invitation. Do your Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we should just abandon that altogether.
So, Snoop Dogg says, "Punk mother bleeper, where my food at?"
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, so Snoop Dogg orders Uber Eats, the food is late, and then Snoop Dogg what?
Berates him.
He cuts a video and then berates the Uber Eats driver?
Yo, where's my food?
All right, Coop, did you clean this up? Is this bleeped?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because you had a bleep last week that was a little close.
Yeah. No, this one, I mean, it's Snoop Dogg, so.
All right.
What does it mean?
Uber Eats didn't bring my food. Talking about he arrived. This is not a safe place. Punk mother. Where my food at? Got all my goddamn money, punk.
What?
That's right. You heard what I said.
So the Uber driver said that it wasn't a safe place for him to deliver. I would think
Snoop probably has a mansion.
Does he still live in Compton? I mean,
Does he?
I don't know.
Guess what?
Compton's nicer
Your
now.
Uber driver might be carjacked and shot before your food gets to. So, yeah, if you're in Compton, you're ordering Uber Eats, there's a chance maybe there's a reason why your Uber Eats driver didn't make it.
From Uber Eats didn't bring my food.
Some of the greatest videos are because he does a lot of gaming and him freaking out and cursing and smashing his computer and his gaming system when he gets mad. It's so great.
He gets equally as mad when the Uber Eats driver doesn't deliver.
He always explodes.
He lives on the corner of Normandy and Western over there, right?
Yo, man, I'm about to explode on you.
I know exactly where that is. I think I got a Ford Mustang at a Ford dealer down there one time.
Not too far from Compton.
Yeah.
That's where he got jumped in.
Oh, did you hear what Cher did for Betty White?
No.
What?
If I can turn back time.
Oh, boy. That's like a Kermit the Frog sounding.
Seriously.
No, Cher did this for Betty White.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Cher's got a little affected sound, doesn't she?
And if you threw a party, and invited everyone you knew.
But that's sort of Cher's trademark, is that like, she kind of mugs a bit. Is that
Thank you for being a friend.
Butcher the song.
But why does this sound like Thursday night at Hamburger Mary's all of a sudden? You know, I mean, what the hell's going on?
So that was Cher. But Cher has she has that sort of affected. But that's kind of her trademark.
Thank you for being a friend.
It's like it wasn't her trademark until people started mocking her, and then she started playing into the mock.
But even like she does like
Do you believe?
It's like a mugging effect. Is that the right description?
Yeah, mugging is right.
But I thought it was a nice gesture that Cher did, a little tribute to Betty White and the Golden Girls theme.
Do you believe in life after hitting a tree while you're skiing?
No,
it wasn't her.
Sonny does not believe in that.
Come on, Froggy, that's uncalled for.
I'll smack you right now for how you treated me today.
Oh, no. Sonny.
Oh, you know what I just thought?
Sonny.
You know, I wonder where it is. I don't think I have it.
I Hit Tree Babe?
Do you remember Eric Chase did I Hit Tree Babe?
Yeah. Do I remember?
Is that Do we have that
Not
anywhere?
I Hit Tree.
Listen to Roxanne.
Not cool. It was the number one hit.
I Hit Tree, babe.
It was the new disco duck.
I can't believe we did that. It was terrible.
Sonny, no, the tree.
I think the best part of Saturday Night Live, and we watched a little bit live, and then we went to bed, and then I finished it up on Sunday. I think the best part of Saturday Night Live was Peyton Manning.
Oh, I saw some of that.
The best part of SNL was not any of the cast members. It was Peyton freaking Manning doing a sketch about what?
Loving that TV show.
Emily in Paris?
Yeah, Emily in Paris.
Peyton, you probably have a better perspective on this than almost anyone in history. How great were those games?
Yeah, I heard they were incredible.
You heard?
Yeah, it sounds like all the teams did a great job, lots of passing, and all the touchdowns were in the end zone.
So you didn't watch any of the games?
Well, I planned to, but I had an hour to kill before the first game, and just for fun, I put on the first episode of Emily in Paris Season 2. And I watched the entire season straight through. Oh, my God, Colin. This show has everything. Romance, adventure, sensuality, culture, a fresh take on feminism, finally. Not to mention a culinary tapestry so rich, I can only describe it as food porn.
It's pretty funny. That was the funniest thing on SNL over the weekend.
How is he so good at, comedy all of a sudden?
He was great. No,
he's very deadpan.
His timing, his pace, he was reading the prompter very well. It was like he'd done this before.
And that giant head.
Yeah, I mean, he can retain a lot in that head.
He does have a pretty big head. I said I had a really creepy story. Do you remember what the items were? It's sort of like Ozark.
It was a baby.
You know what? Ozark. You know who watches Ozark here?
Yeah, I told you about that because you didn't know in the beginning.
No, you did not tell me about that. Michelle and I discovered that 4 or 5 years ago when Ozark came on.
To yourself.
No, so Ozark. When Ozark, the episode starts, there's like an opening scene, then it goes to the opening title card on Netflix, and then it has like this shield, and then there are 4 quadrants, and there are little pictures, little clues of things that are going to be on the episode. So what were the clues that I gave you on this creepy story earlier?
Baby.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Bottle.
Yep.
Midget.
Hospital.
Yes.
This is weird. Des Moines, Iowa. A total stranger walks into the neonatal intensive care unit at an Iowa hospital and bottle-fed a baby that wasn't his. Des Moines police are trying to identify the guy. They said got into the Mercy One Medical Center around midnight on December 28th. Story's just coming out now. By pretending to be the father of a baby. He slipped by a nurse, bottle-fed the baby in the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, and then left. That's it. And no one knows who this guy is.
Okay, from the clues you gave, I thought it would be a lot worse.
He's the feeding bandit.
That's just strange. That's weird.
I'll give this baby nutrition.
Yeah. The cops are saying he's on surveillance video. He's trespassing. They don't know why he did it. So it's a mystery.
Mystery. Milker.
We're done, folks.
I think we can all agree that we've all made mistakes today.
I think so.
didn't. I was
Froggy,
dead on.
Again, I apologize, Froggy, if I alienated you and some of the audience. We'll have a much better day tomorrow, okay?
What are you talking about? I was perfect today, Roxanne.
You were perfect. I'm sorry.
That share joke a couple minutes ago?
That was good.
It's hysterical.
Folks,
hamburger Marys.
Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Remember, MJMorningshow.com is loaded, and let's be careful out there.
Download the app now.
Get the Q105